A full on game, you're saying. Vault, tell me about your grok thing. Vault, we're live.
Grok's cool, dude. I just use Grok to study and stuff, man.
I didn't tell you to advertise it like we're selling it or something. I said like I wanted to speak naturally for a change.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I got the paycheck from Elon, so I was kind of supposed to.
Grok, the best AI in the business. Cool use Grok today. Hey, everybody.
And it would say a slur.
Yeah, we got to say a slur. That's true. We got to sing a Kanye song, for Christ's sakes. Mm-hmm. So, hey, what's up, guys? All right, so here's the deal. Like, none of us, like, I can't sleep because I was up to like 8 in the morning my time, bullshit with people. Jeannie's up. Then Walt called me after my wife fell asleep, and I'm like, why don't we just do this? You know, because there's a bunch of funny stuff going on. And it also gets me out of doing stuff tomorrow. It gives me stuff to clip all weekend. Today was Father's Day in Germany. I don't know if it's the rest of, just Germany though. Not no. How do they do it in England?
It's gonna be just Germany. It's Sunday, the whatever date that is. I want to say 16th, but it might be 15th.
Yeah,
like, of June.
Yeah, they're just like Mother's Day is before Father's Day here, but nobody gives a shit about it. It's like everything with.
I think that's either way. You messed up the 2-minute cursing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because all the men are in charge to insane proportions. That's why you don't have a Father's Day, because what Dad says goes.
Yeah, I mean, like August Mother's Day.
Mother's Day. I don't need a day, my friend. My wife does what she's told, my friend.
Every day is my day, my friend.
Every day, my friend. Every day is my day, my friend.
Hey, buddy, listen, my friend. Every day.
This is my friend.
It's Father's Day.
My wife did what I told her yesterday, and she did what I told her today, and she will do what I told her tomorrow. Every day is my day, my friend.
That's why she only gets 1 day a year. 1 day. That's it, my friend. No more, no less.
She only has to.
Good deal.
She only has to milk 2 cows.
And she has to wear full burqa.
Full burqa, 2 cows. She's very modest. Very modest, my friend. I said something really, really fucking terrible when I was this is back in the States before I joined the Army. And it was probably right. It was probably after 9/11. And I made a crack about a burqa, and this guy was like, what you don't understand is she's protecting her modesty. And I'm like, I see a lot of bitches with parkas on. I never think they're modest. Look like a giant parka. Oh, so much for the curse. Well, we'd be at the 3-minute mark.
Yeah, I mean, you said like 2 words.
Yeah.
The idea is to not get curse.
You're the one who screwed up.
Well, then I can't get mad at you guys then. So feel like you beat the rap there, you know. All right, we got a lot of stuff today. We got supposedly an hysterical. I haven't watched yet. Nick Deorio the video. A bunch of other stuff happened. Apparently Ian Joma takes it in the butt, and so much more. Bullbacks. Stay tuned, everybody. This is gonna be a special episode of Shot from the Point.
That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me fuck all that shit, just let me go.
Badass podcast. There's Technicals crying, begging me to shut up. For a guy that screwed up his entire story, he sure seems very interested in what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, you should just watch the video.
Yeah. It's 14 pages! That's what it is. You just watch a video. I did watch a video, and I played all the stuff. We'll go over that later. At the end of the thing. 14 pages. SFTP dead or alive? We're alive. We're like, this whole thing started with just a regular phone call to Bolt, and I'm like, let's do it, man. It's like one of those days. Look, I'm not a professional anymore if I'm going up against Deorio. no way.
Well, we did have something Deorio related. So.
Oh, do we? Let's get right into it, huh? It's apparently somebody F Nick Deorio by McMad. I heard he's really McMad.
Let me tell you something. He is mad.
He's McMad. He's not even mad. He's McMad. Hey, you know what's funny? There's a place over here. There's a gym. It's a line of gyms called McFit, right? And I kept on hearing Germans use McFit around me, and I didn't realize it. So obviously I have a rudimentary knowledge of the English language. So I kept thinking they were like, oh yeah, that guy's not fit. He's McFit. And I thought that for years. And then I found out they were just talking about going to the gym. I swear to God. So I figured like, yeah, you're McFit. You understand what you get the joke? Sell the joke?
Yeah. Yes, I get the joke.
Yeah, you're not fit. You're McFit. That's what I always thought the Germans were doing. I thought they were like making fun of fat people.
You actually don't need to interact with real people ever.
Ever?
Teddy donated $5.
I like having friends.
Everyone is trying to make Huck's death about tech or you. What they don't understand that it's about me.
No, it's about me.
About you, Teddy.
It's about me, Teddy. Thanks for the dono. Right.
I mean, like I recently got back into the gym. Most of our gyms are just bomb related. Dude, join this gym and you will be the bomb.
If you join this gym, you'll be McFit. It has nothing
Your
to do with
muscles
McDonald's.
will explode.
Oh, is that what they say over there? This is my friend. Your muscles will explode, my friend. Explode. You will have all the bitches.
No suicide vest, my friend. No suicide. No suicide vest.
You'll be the walking. You will be the bomb. You won't need it. You will explode, my friend. Explode, my friend. The top comment is
Seth just pointed this out. Yeah, the top comment, and then the comment below that also just got kicked out.
Let's not spoil.
All right, let's watch this. I heard it's pretty insane. All right, I'm watching. Fairness, though. Maybe it's really good. Maybe it's a cutting commentary on such a dishonest actor as Nick Deorio. Let's see.
Who is this cute little lesbian and how tight is her pussy?
The left has gone insane. Pedophilia is evil and Hassan bad. I had to say that off the bat so that the histrionic paper-skinned commentary freaks wouldn't have a panic attack before they could grab their...
Boy, somebody pulled out a thesaurus.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the sophistication crowd.
Tailors. I love criticizing people. We all do.
Oh my God. I love criticizing people. My name is, the only thing he's missing is like one of those old, like 2016,
Like PNG arts.
Yeah, like the little icon or some shit like that. Not icon.
The classic like Turkey Tom.
Yeah. It's like that. Yeah. Well, Tom actually animated his stuff though.
I've criticized lots of people on this channel, and on more than one occasion, there have been enlightened, level-headed intellectuals in my comment section. Right?
No, there isn't. You're on YouTube. You're autistic, and there's no intellectuals. The intellectuals are at universities or tend to be. There's a few pretenders there too. And they're not talking about YouTube drama.
Ready to happily share their nuance with me. I've never been under the delusion that my takes will be popular, so I don't care if people shit on me for them, because at the end of the day, I'm still right and you're not. While I might hold off on giving my opinions about every single creator right off the bat, I also don't like to just criticize people based on what's popular or safe. I'd rather just read Wikipedia or...
This guy's a fucking hero, dude.
This guy's ahead of the game. He's ahead of the game.
I'm gonna put my whole channel on the line for this sucker.
I care.
I care. No, I don't care. No, the people that care. You know who cares? Sweepers. Sweepers, they care. They love to sweep. That's not me. I'm the real
I
deal.
love the game.
I love the game. I love it. I'm about it. I'm a player.
It's all about it.
I'm a player.
Articles on stream at that point. So yeah, I already know people are gonna cry because I'm criticizing Nicholas Deorio, because apparently Nicholas Deorio...
Well, that's what happens. Like, see, that tells me everything he said before he doesn't mean. Right? Yeah, you're right. If you punch up, you're gonna get a bunch of shit down. I'm doing with technicals right now and having a great time. But that also means you don't mean what you're saying. You don't mean what you're saying. It's just a front. You're just trying to come off like somebody who doesn't give a fuck, but they really do give a fuck. So just say, fuck it, I'm doing it. Boom.
Isn't always the safest option to make a video on. I'm aware. I don't care. If you
safest, you have fucking 300 subs. What are you worried about? Now's the time to make a video on Nick Deorio. I think you're afraid of the backlash.
problem with this, go watch him instead. He'll tell you exactly everything you want to hear. This isn't a safe space for you jackoffs. Because let me be absolutely clear. I have nothing but contempt for you guys, and I will exercise every—
I will exercise. I will make fun of you. Something tells me
I will exercise my free speech.
Yeah. Something tells me I wouldn't need lube to stuff this guy in a fucking locker. I don't know.
Every inch of my power to maintain a 60-40 majority of people with an IQ above 60 wherever I go. No matter how many 10-7s you try to commit in my comment section. For all the goys who didn't catch that, here's a translation. If you're a Nicholas Deorio fan, kill your—
Oh, gee! Dude, damn, this guy's honest. This guy's honest, dude.
All right,
he's on it, dude.
Let's fast forward him to 100,000 subs. That doesn't make the cut, like everybody else that tries to make a dime off of this shit.
And they've tricked me into watching another Israel-Palestine video.
Be a war crime. It literally.
I have learned nothing. Everything I've learned is against my will, dude. They've tricked me yet again.
What you're basically saying is you're completely uninformed on the actual reason there was an entire falling out between—
Oh, I see.
You tell me.
He's completely uninformed. This guy streams constantly on the fucking thing. Yeah, see, like, I don't think these guys don't get, or these type of guys don't get, that you really don't have to pick a side to find what's stupid. And, I mean, you can, and it's probably—
You actually don't need to interact with
and you don't need people.
Ever.
Hold on a second.
Teddy donated $5. This entire video is just him going, look how cool I am, I don't care, I really don't care, look at my aggressive commentary, I'm gonna call him Q, forgot I don't care, did say I don't care, kill yourself, I'm so honest, I don't care.
It gets worse, Dad.
Yeah,
it gets worse.
It reeks of insecurity, right? So, I mean, I don't know if you have to have like some, a bachelor's degree in Middle Eastern studies to fucking think Hassan's a dipshit. Like, where does it say you should?
Well, Hassan does the same thing. He claims to be Arab, even though he's not.
He's not.
So then he has, because of that, he claims to have a better understanding of the Middle East, where he does on-the-ground journalism.
Well, you're
his
actually
$50 million mansion.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I actually am an Arab. I may know.
He's a journalist.
More,
he's a propagandist. He says he's a journalist. He says he's a propagandist, not knowing what exactly the fuck that means. And Nick can't goof on him because he doesn't have a background in the Middle East. I don't know.
Hassan and Ethan in the first place. You don't actually know why they disagree or why Ethan is getting shit at all. You can scoff, but the reality is that there's historical context.
You have to. If you said he doesn't know, I'm gonna give you a lesson. I'll teach you how to make commentary video. You have to show us that he doesn't know.
Text behind this YouTuber beef, and you're proudly announcing that you don't even want to learn about that. Of course, there's a—
He doesn't know. He does the beef. That would be ridiculous. Imagine Nick Deorio doing an entire stream and he has no idea what they're beefing about. No. He doesn't care about the political issue that surrounds it.
A very logical explanation to all.
Do you imagine? You can never make like the movie Airplane with that kind of logic. Like, have you ever flown a plane? Can you make a movie like that? I mean, fucking ridiculous.
If you were a little bit more informed on Israel-Palestine, you would put yourself directly at risk of recognizing any of the valid criticisms people make of Ethan's position. What you really mean to say—
Maybe he doesn't agree with them.
Oh, maybe that's just relevant.
Or here's another one. If you were informed, you would have my opinion. I don't know.
14 pages. 14 pages.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Is that you don't want to learn about this conflict. Because if you were to approach this entire situation with any objectivity, you might have to stake out an actual position and jeopardize your current perch on Ethan's hog. So fuck it, just pretend the entire thing is stupid and proudly announce that you don't know anything at all. Of course, the catch with this tactic is that you actually have to shut your mouth when you don't know what you're talking about. But if you did that, you wouldn't—
Where's your examples, dude? Show him where he's got something wrong about the fucking conflict. I mean, that's fair. That in itself, but you kind of have to back it up. I mean, I recommend this right here. What's it called? 4K downloader, professional license. That's what I have.
Be able to contribute to the yoslighting, which got Ethan thinking an anime sword was an anti-Semitic dog whistle. As you can imagine, for a guy—
Well, he did call it the Nazi sword, but yeah, they made—
Well, he was wearing the scarf about Free Palestine while holding a sword that had a swastika on it.
Yeah, here's something I know. This is a no debate. It's one of those things. It is kind of fucking lame. I totally agree with that. It's fucking lame. But there's video of Hassan calling it a Nazi sword.
Yeah,
I don't think he picked it up on purpose, but it was like I think what Nick said, if you come to terms that that's why they picked the sword, that's on you.
who loves to hear himself talk and constantly snickers at his own jokes on stream, shutting the fuck up.
He got that from me.
Is almost impossible. So all you end up with is a blithering idiot who is incapable of hiding his blatant hog riding because he's desperate to push even the dumbest narratives as long as it
like what? We're fucking
benefits the streamer he has chosen to strap himself to. He doesn't care. And
that's kind of fucked up too, because he's never really strapped himself to anybody. And I wouldn't even say he strapped himself to me, and I gave him a start. I think he honestly agrees with Ethan Klein. I've criticized, well, I did take the criticism back. I criticized him. Well, I disagreed with him. I shouldn't say criticize him, because I was like, hey, Ethan, I know no tears for Ethan. He put himself in this position. And then the other one was the criticism I had of Ethan. That's one, get in bed with fucking, the first one was, get in bed with, lay with dogs, you're gonna get fleas. And the second one was, I thought he put iDubbbz in a bad position before he knew everything. And then iDubbbz comes out and basically confirms everything he was that he criticized them blindly for. So, I mean, you're nuts, dude.
My experience, one of the greatest rules of the commentary space
the real trick, you know what? This is my new thing. I'm going to try to get videos made on me, just like with technicals. That's what I'm going to do. Then we'll redo them all here.
Occupy is that if you spot an act of soilentry in the wild, you get to feel very smug about yourself. That's how the game works. Someone gives a bland, unoriginal, progressive.
What about nothing but ad homs for 3 minutes straight and nothing to back up?
Dude, by the way, guys, Nick is fat. All right, just want to point that out.
Nick is fat, beast, and he does eat.
Take, and you get to make fun of it because you're not soy. Everybody was wearing their very smart thinking caps when Boblax said non-binary is awesome and valid. That's a soy take, we all said. That's just a safe baseline statement you're making, so the queers will clap like seals and support you. At least that's what I was saying to myself. Why were we all so capable of pointing this out? Was it our own intelligence?
Imagine fucking making this cut and going. Perfect.
Our own capacity for observing a certain behavior? No, it's because Boblax is a
they them.
I mean, come the fuck on. Let's just call it what it is. He's a
they them.
People hate that. So when a
they them
gives a baseline, safe, unoriginal take, it's soy. But because Deorio's tits are due to obesity and not,
here's the thing. If I remember correctly, that was over Turkey Tom, and Deorio defended Turkey Tom. He said valid.
No, because like that whole statement.
Tom made a comment about it, and he fucking freaked the fuck out. So what does that got to do with Nick?
Estrogen, because Deorio's pallid, flabby, disgusting body is covered with a.
Like to see yours. I think that should be a rule. If you,
I made that. Hold on, wait, Tommy. I made that.
If you criticizing somebody's look, you gotta fucking show what a fat ass you are, or like how fucking twig skinny you are. Yeah, one of the two.
XXL smock and not a dress. That makes it not soy when he repeats endlessly.
Tommy, watch out. They might try to expose you. I hope they expose me like this.
The same talking points about Hassan and his orbiters, which we've all heard a billion times. That's totally not safe.
What?
Totally not baseline. Definitely not something which will make it.
Oh, he's not sophisticated enough. Hey, I got news for all you guys. This drama thing is not sophisticated. Look at our Augie streams for the last 10 days. It is a guilty pleasure. If you think this is a ladder to being seen as like a sophisticated, or even a Destiny for that matter, right? I got news for you.
An audience clap like seals. Why? Well, because Nick isn't a
they them.
In terms of giving safe baseline takes, Nick is the exact same thing as Boblax, but the entire community keeps him around anyway because as long as you're not
they them,
they literally don't care at all about how safe and unoriginal you are. In fact, they fucking love it.
I honestly think Nick's hysterical, and he's quick on the wit. He was quick with us. And I don't think you're all that funny. I mean, not on purpose.
Love it when you just repeat the same thing over and over again. Just make a video criticizing Hassan Piker and they will flock to you like you're the king of the Jews himself.
Well, that's not true. I criticize Hassan Piker all the time. I haven't grown in years. Oh no, he does it in a funny way. Now you just sound jealous, bro.
Just don't give a positive opinion on anything gay. Just don't say anything which a gay audience might applaud, and then boom, now it's okay to be a soylent-riddled, unoriginal fucking pussy. Am I claiming there was a problem of homophobia in the commentary community?
I can't stand that they're not good at streaming.
So now he's just homophobic?
I think, yeah. Is that where he's going with it? If you just say bad things about the gays, you'll be famous? Is that what this is about?
I don't know.
Play it out.
No,
Let's see.
Hold on a second. Let's go back a little bit.
Well, I was just thinking this is him trying to be edgy.
Yeah.
Talk to you like you're the king of the Jews himself. Just don't give a positive opinion on anything gay. Just don't say anything which a gay audience might applaud, and then boom, now it's okay to be a soylent-riddled, unoriginal fucking pussy. Am I claiming there was a problem of homophobia in the commentary community?
Okay.
No, because I don't think this type of selective criticism is an explicit and conscious act done out of
listen to him. I bet he's a college dropout.
Malice towards
the LGBT community
or a current high school student.
Everybody has biases against people they think are freaks and towards people they find relatable. Whether you personally on average find
the LGBT community
to be the freaks is for you to figure out with yourself. But eventually you people will have to make a choice. You can either acknowledge your bias and try to be more objective, or you can own the fact that you're biased.
What bias? You haven't said anything. Like, what's his bias? You've just made accusations. And see, there's going to be a reckoning one day. What are you talking about?
And continue to be biased with the comfort of knowing that you're
bias. Most people have a bias, whether it's subconsciously or on the surface. It's not something that you can kind of just hide. If you hide your bias, that's called lying.
For you guys, me, it would have been word processors. But do you remember when you first learned Microsoft Word and you have no paragraphs? It's just a straight, like, it goes like straight down. There's just one block of text. That's what this is like. It's just like there's no paragraphs. It's just
like he just presses enter immediately.
Yeah, enter. Word. So it's like a straight line of text instead of paragraphs.
You're not a totally clueless waste of a human being, but you got me fucked up if you think Nick and Boblax aren't the exact same. Moronic.
I got you fucked. Okay. They're the exact same.
Visually unappealing social outcast.
I think you wish they were the same.
Who are desperate for a circle to approve of them and endlessly spouting platitudes they think will get them.
No, it's not that. I can tell you exactly what it is. It's a profession and it's about making money. There was a time when I actually made a lot of money here, and those days are long gone. So it's actually a profession. It's about making money. It's for we're gonna get into that later with the iDubbbz. All this shit's about making money, and the people that say it's not about money or that's a terrible thing to say make no money until they do make money. If they do make money, and then they become like, what's his name, PPP for. He was a big rebel. See, you don't have to do this. You don't have to do anything. You just got to get on here and talk. You don't have to sell merch. You don't have to, and now he's on one of the biggest podcasts on YouTube, Kino Casino, and he's a professional like everybody else. This is very easy. I did it too, by the way. I used to go after the hockey writers. I'd say all sorts of shit. Yeah, like bring them in. Like, this is ridiculous. This is about
the name of the game is
laughs
for dollars. That's all it is. But that's YouTube.
This is next. That's another thing. This is Nick's hobby. Actually earns money. He has a fucking master's degree.
And Nick has a job.
Yeah, Nick has a good job. He doesn't have to do this, you know. And but yeah, does he take it like a profession? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he has. I'd say he's been professional about this before he was making professional money with me. You know?
Yeah.
That Boblax appeals to autistic
transgender people
and Nicholas Deorio appeals to you.
I don't think he even appeals to them. He's a little bitch.
We're all fucking human. My good fucking friends who I stood by after all these fucking years can't find a spine to speak up. You know why? Because they'll get murdered.
No, because they're compromised. That's what you didn't understand. They're absolutely fucking compromised, and they think they think the bad side is right, Ethan. That's why you don't ask for their help.
Oh, so iDubbbz' silence means he's compromised. So are you willing to acknowledge you were compromised when you tried to sweep for Destiny live on stream?
Oh, we should wrap this Destiny thing up, though, before we get completely clipped and we don't actually engage with the discussion and look like retards.
I mean, what are we supposed to say? We don't really know what went on.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of the main thing. Is like I don't really know what's going on.
I mean,
but to be fair, I went back.
It's pretty obvious. It's pretty okay. Can we stop this fucking sweeping, please? It's pretty fucking obvious what went on.
Okay, you know what? No. Wait. Okay.
Can I just say a thing, please? So the problem that
How is this sweeping for Destiny? I mean, look, we know he knows something at this point, right? But he's not willing. He wants to put. He should just spit everything out. I mean,
this was like prior to the Sunday video.
Go back and find the part. We're gonna review that right after this. Find the part where Willie Mack fucking absolutely roasts fucking Queeman and the White Knight. Like, why don't you do what they did? You know.
I have with that one video with the Melina stuff is I went back because I didn't trust a random Reddit post with a 30-second clip that was clipped from multiple live streams. So I went back and I downloaded the full context to every single clip that was used. So I have like a 2-minute version of every 15
Are you talking about
this is the New Year's stream?
Clip from her stream that was posted to Reddit?
There was 3 different live streams that were posted to Reddit, and the clip was cut up from like 6 different points into the stream and stitched together. So like the people are pointing to one clip where she goes, "That's not consensual, and we're not going to talk about that. I'm going to ban you," in context with all the other stuff. It sounded like to me, for that one specific clip, she was referring to the stuff from the Leafy thing where people had revenge porn of her or whatever, or like content that wasn't actually her, and it was being shared around. That's what I got from that. But people were...
I'm sure he's going to take all this apart and dissect it.
Connecting that clip...
I think he's just going to call him a name.
...to the other clip. This is what I've been trying to... I wasn't sure, so I think Melina should give a more clear and concise statement if she wants to even put this thing out. This is a very strenuous situation. I don't like covering things when I already know all the answers, because then when I speculate, I'm lying.
Creators are actively participating.
Pause real quick. So like behind all of that, there's like missing context. The only reason why Nick did not want to talk about it because Pixie, the victim.
Yeah, well, they're like they've been pretty clear, and so does President Sunny. Fuck the victim. They've been pretty clear. You should have put this out because we hate Destiny. They've been pretty fucking clear like that. And the other comment, I don't want to spec, it sounds like I'm lying. It sounds like he's just crossing his T's and dotting his I's instead of being like really unresponsible. Find that part with Willie Mack if you already did. Find that part with Willie Mack. It's in your like, and those guys look like fucking idiots afterwards. Nick came out of this fucking K. And how come? Here's another thing that I don't get. I knew about the Pixie stuff ahead of time. I was told. I didn't look into it, because it's more of the sex stuff that I'm not really terribly interested. I waited till all of them covered to cover it because I didn't want to get anything wrong. And I just want to laugh at this shit at the end of the fucking day. That's all I want to do.
Yeah, and like, by the way, Tommy, in Pixie's lawsuit, President Sunday and Beckett are both named in the fucking...
I would totally want my name in there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Depending on how it goes.
So an irresponsible kid... An irresponsible kid that lives with his parents, it says he should just come out and give out all the information, even though not all of it's confirmed, even though there's not, we don't know how the victim feels about it. We just spit it out because fuck them and fuck Destiny. That's brilliant. And I don't know anything of this.
The fucking victim. Who knows what can happen to the fucking victim? The victim could fucking turn on you. The victim could be lying.
That's another.
Or
we've
worse,
seen that. We've seen that before.
Herself.
And that's another thing. Guess where he got that experience from? Onision.
Yeah.
Remember that they were kind of back and forth with the whole thing? So, you could get
50 narrator, yeah.
Yeah. So this guy is just he's doing what Queeman and Mr. White Knight did. The two guys that have like no sexual experience.
Surprise. He's friends with them. Queeman watches video.
Participating in this gap.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, Queeman watched his video? Well, why didn't Queeman just call Deorio names for fucking an hour, 2 hours straight? He could have done that himself.
Sliding.
Because I don't think this doesn't show any sweeping. This reaffirms that he's being responsible. But these guys all live with their parents and they don't know what that's about.
It seemed like
And now, in response to this rant by Ethan, you chose to then actively participate in this gaslight.
Remember how you tried to gaslight Chud Logic, calling him Mr. Girl and shit?
What sort of response do you get when you issue, like, I don't know, like a little criticism of Destiny, or you got a little disagreement? What sort of response you tend to get from that community? Would you say?
Me?
Yeah.
It's not great sometimes. Sometimes it's fine. Sometimes it's not great.
I'm sorry. I don't care, Mr. Girl. DGG is not nearly as autistic as fucking Dark
Oh my god, look at this.
Oh, he's not busting balls there. Chud knew too. I'm pretty sure Quayman did too. Everybody knew, but it was all. I heard about it. I heard about it in late November, early December. Okay, if I knew that, they must have known that. They all knew. But I think there was just bits and pieces of facts flying around. Who fucking know? I'm not engaged in this shit. I'm not in DDG. I don't feel rejected by Destiny because I never fucking thought he was all that brilliant to begin with. Sorry, you guys feel rejected.
And neither was Nick. Nick was never a fucking orbiter of Destiny. He only spoke to once.
He was a huge fucking fan, which drove me crazy. But that has more to do with my politics.
Okay, but there's a difference between a fan and an orbiter. He did not talk about him every fucking day.
He didn't do anything. I think these guys I think if Destiny called them and said, "Come on my show,"
like to my knowledge, like Nick only spoke to maybe once on the Boblax debate and maybe a handful of times on
that's
Twitter.
Another thing. Yeah, first, Chud is the one that told Nick. That's public? Okay, fine. Chud knew time too. They're all pretending not to know some of the major details. All of them.
Yeah, just so that like it gets all leaked.
Because they don't know. They don't know what they can talk about. And by the way, I've talked about it this way before. They don't know what they can't talk about and what they can talk about. And again, there's the victim that you don't give a fuck about. I don't give a fuck about her either. I'll be perfectly honest with you. But I don't think if I knew she didn't want this shit out, I would run my mouth. I think I would shut up and pretend I didn't know.
Tactical webbing. You disagree?
Make it sound like I'm Mr. Go.
So why should we assume that you're not compromised when covering Ethan? It would be really horrible if Ethan did something unforgivable right now that you knew about and no one else did, wouldn't it, Nick?
Oh, wouldn't that be a fucking fantasy?
By the way, the victim, Pixie, never gets mentioned.
You know what this sounds like to me?
Gets brought up.
You know what this sounds like to me? Because President Sunday was trying to tie Nick, Tom, and Willie, Nick, and Tom to this whole thing. He was desperately trying to do that. And then Bucket of Crabs just like stumbles in the room, falls over, knocks over a fucking ladder, sits on the fucking cat, and he realizes, hey, wait a minute, they're going to try to do this. So he stupidly, because he's reasonably honest and didn't want anything bad to happen to Nick, told Nick what President Sunday was doing. Once President Sunday got to listen to Nick's talking points, he backpedaled, changed the fucking video. And all this sounds like to me is like, we almost had you.
That would threaten your entire position, because if you came out about something like that, suddenly you wouldn't.
I got news for you. Nick's going to take an L one day. So are you. So is everybody else. It happens to everybody. Oh my God, your position is like. I don't think so. And I think by the time he does, he's going to have so much fucking money, he's not going to care. You cannot not make a mistake eventually that catches up with you. I'll give you one that I didn't see coming. Feed my family. I'm making a joke saying like, oh God, I didn't see that. You're going to make a mistake. That was completely out of my control. I thought it was going to be taken as a joke. And they literally decided to take it literal. And I was painted with it for like 5 years. So something's going to happen to Nick. Nick's going to be unpopular one day. I know all about that. So, I mean, like threaten your position. It just sounds like you want his position and you're just not talented enough to get it.
Even be thinking that the bad side is right. You wouldn't have a side at all, would you? I think that terrifies this guy more than anything. So you can keep cheering on the harassment and hate iDubbbz will receive whenever he goes against the grain. At least iDubbbz has the balls to go against the grain in the first place. Because you have
the balls. He contradicts himself.
I think his wife has the balls. That's who has the balls.
Oh yeah, we'll get to that later. iDubbbz got balls. iDubbbz guy has the balls to say, hey, listen, I don't agree with the skulls, and then tell everybody, but it's hysterical. iDubbbz, I mean, Willie just completely toasted him in his last video. He contradicted himself. If that's balls to you, then like you're gonna take an L quicker than Nick ever did. He's the biggest optics guy I know. Cross the T's got it. And it's not optics for optics' sake. It's optics so he could be telling the truth.
Provably demonstrated that you never will. Nick also finds it horrible that iDubbbz stayed quiet when CPS was called to Ethan's house. This is so cowardly. Your friend is being harassed and you're staying quiet? What a pussy thing to do.
I disagreed with Nick up until iDubbbz's response on this.
You're a cowardly fucking pussy if you keep following.
Yeah, I did. I'm on record for this. I totally disagreed.
Because but iDubbbz knew about it.
Here's the problem. Ethan knew that he threw in with the Palestinian wackos. He knew it. He felt it. He didn't know. He didn't 100% know. He knew, but he didn't know. You know what I mean? He knew what he didn't know. And then iDubbbz comes back and proves it. So it's like, yeah, you really put out. All iDubbbz had to do, and I've said this before, is pick up the phone and say, hey, listen, Ethan, I really don't appreciate you putting me in this kind of position. I have friends on both sides of this. I'm your friend, but it's really unfair to say that I've thrown in with them 100%. I have my own mind. And yes, we do have fines. You could even throw it in, we be following people. That's true. But that doesn't mean we disrespect you. Click. Ethan's fucked. That's it. That's all he had to do. That's all he had to do. No! This is his chance to rub up against Hassan and being seen as sophisticate. Something you're trying to do, McMahon. Really, really hard. Trying to be seen as some kind of sophisticate. Let me help you. It's YouTube drama. It's not that fucking serious.
Following someone that you don't like anymore, specifically because you're afraid they're gonna take it offensively. Like, wait, dude, how pathetic are you? You're worried about the discourse of unfollowing someone you don't agree with on Twitter anymore? And you're making a YouTube video criticizing somebody?
Not only does Nick not at all engage with what iDubbbz is actually saying here.
Oh, yes, he did. Now we're getting to stone lies. I mean, come on.
But he has the audacity to posture about iDubbbz's supposed cowardice for refusing to disassociate with his former editor.
And if this guy ever grows a spine and criticizes anything, they'll start pulling up the iDubbbz 10-minute N-word compilation. It will be fucking hilarious when this happens to him. All it takes is one issue that you care about, that these people disagree with, then you're crazy, then you're unhinged, then you're freaking out, then your pain is no longer justified, then the things that happen to you aren't really happening, they're all in your head, and all this stuff that you've been doing for this entire time has been like against the narrative that you set out to be the person that you wanted to be, and oh my god, it'll be glorious.
How did he set this up? Hold on a second.
Cowardice for refusing to disassociate with his former editor.
And if this guy...
Let me tell you something. If I associated with something that said something bad about Nick's family, and I was still pretending to be their friend. By the way, this happened to Woody, didn't it? Yeah, Woody too. If I didn't disassociate, that's the end of me and Nick's friendship. It really depends on the level. It's like Nick hangs around people that I don't fucking like all the time, right? But it really depends. If they start attacking me fucking brutally and he's just looking the other way, I have every right to dissociate with Nick. Every right in the fucking world.
Then the things that happen to you aren't really happening.
I mean, can you imagine if you guys were telling people that I'm a fucking bad dad, even in a joking context, right? It's like, you know, one of those jokes where you can always go back and say, yeah, I'm just kidding around, you know? And why are you reacting? Why are you spurting out? Like, I have every right. You're being a fucking phony, you know? I mean, get the fuck out of here. Are you kidding?
They're all in your head. And all this stuff that you've been doing for this entire time has been, like, against the narrative that you set out to be the person that you wanted to be. And oh my god, it'll be glorious when it happens to him.
Who are you to be so giddy about the prospect of iDubbbz receiving harassment?
Oh, poor baby!
Wait, what the hell
Who
is
are
this
you to be
video
so
about?
giddy?
You just called him fat.
Who are you to be so giddy about Nick's career falling apart because he knows something about Ethan Klein? Oh, God.
Who the fuck are you, dude?
I'll tell you who the fuck
McMahon.
he is. You can laugh at whoever you want. He's McMahon. He's got a good name. He's McMahon.
Of all people, you are shaking in your boots at the mere thought of backlash.
And I haven't really been able to talk about this with anybody because
No, I can verify that. He manages it. He manages backlash. He knows exactly how to do it. That's why he's won so often. I don't think
more out of context to this clip. Pixie, the fucking victim, who could have lied to Nick, who could have fucking committed suicide and just
that'd have been great. Oh, remember when fucking like he mentioned that to President Sunday, and he's just thinking, God, I hope I don't get blamed for that.
like a fucking, it's a huge risk to even discuss it because this guy's got such a.
I think he's mad that Willie and Tom and him didn't get caught up in the whole thing, and nobody thinks that they swept for anything, and nobody thinks he does. And nobody thinks they did anything terribly wrong. I think that's why he's McMahon.
Chokehold over his community.
For what? Speaking out against the third most relevant political streamer sex pest?
So, I mean, I've privately told everybody I'm completely distancing myself from this guy, waiting for this bomb.
Here's another thing, too. When Nick called me in either late November or early, he told me that if this came out, he was definitely totally distancing himself from him because that was a bridge too fucking far. So, like, he found out about it, and he had nothing to do with Destiny after that. And waited for the chips to fall to see what happened and see how the victim would be treated if we did things your way. And by the way, Bucket of Crabs and President Sunday got dissed by the victim. Nick didn't, as far as I know. But it's fuck them. No, it's more important to get Destiny. That's what it is. It's a technicals thing. You know, like
if she dies,
this isn't about getting hacks unbanned. This is about getting Leffen. You know, everything else. I don't care. These are pine blocks behind me. We gotta get Leffen. That's what he's doing.
To go off, but I don't want to be the one to fucking light it.
Please don't tell me your silence might have meant something.
So principally, your concern is that you're going to take a pretty big financial / audience hit if you were to.
Well, I think there's a genuine risk that I'm going to get left out to dry here.
iDubbbz has already dealt with it.
Yeah, that's a lot different than a financial thing. That's way different.
Yeah, but that's a little out of context.
That's a little that's a little different. What that means is I get hung out to dry, make myself look stupid.
Yeah.
And the only people who look stupid is, look, I'm going to be a little easier on Craig than I am President Sunday. But Craig and President Sunday look stupid, and he's just mad that it sounds like it just didn't go to plan.
His audience turning on him. It's already happened several times. Remember the OnlyFans incident? I think we can safely say that if it happens again, it won't destroy him, and your gleeful anticipation is probably going to result.
So these guys are in the like Queeman's community?
Yep.
And they're fucking outraged and they're gonna clutch pearls about celebrating people's downfalls? Are you joking? That's all they do! That's all they do!
That's literally what they do.
That's all they do. And by the way, so do I. Oh, I'm not above it, believe me. I have no business talking in this area, but neither do you.
Do you remember the kill stream and how not the kill stream, the Kumite fucking Tonka show and like how they would talk. They would say they'd say, "Oh, this guy sucks," and not talk for like 10 minutes. That's their fucking. That's all they do. Just dead air.
I will give
this guy sucks.
I will
dead
give,
air. This guy sucks.
I will give Tonka a little credit. When he was on his game, he was a good radio guy. But yeah, the dead air was kind of annoying, I guess. Yeah.
Very disappointed. You, on the other hand, could barely squeeze Destiny's worm jizz out of your own ass before you had to hop right back onto another cock. I salute and support anyone's God-given right to shit on iDubbbz as much as you want. Shit on him, make fun of him, rage at him, break him mentally so he starts saying the N-word again.
Wait a minute, didn't you just... Well, that's a contradiction. Hey, everybody has the right to shit on him. Who are you to root for somebody's downfall? Yeah, it's a contradiction.
I don't care. But if I were Nick, I would be very careful about throwing the coward allegations.
This is projection. You gotta be very careful. Obviously, there's something about you and we don't know it yet.
Around right now, because no matter what can be said about iDubbbz, a lot fucking worse can be said about you, buddy.
What? That he's got cum in his ass? Like that he's fat? Because none of your criticisms are that cutting. It's just like I hate this guy.
I just sent you a timestamp from the Sunday video. If you want to play it real quick, just the added context that he clipped out.
Sure, let's see if it's over. Hold on a second. Sure.
I'm gonna get left out to dry here, because if she doesn't say anything, or even worse, if she comes out and says it's not true, then I'm fucked.
A lot of people would otherwise potentially be ready to support the victims of Destiny's systemic abuse of female.
Oh, yeah.
That's it. It was just about the fucking victim, not about the financial hit, you fucking retard.
Oh, so
the victim.
Oh, so you're deceptive too.
He's deceptive. He was fucking deceptive about it.
Oh, so you're that. So now you're deceptive, and now you're just dishonest. But Nick's a bad guy. Oh, okay. I'm sure he's made mistakes on stories before. I'm sure he has takes that I disagree with. But who are you to want his downfall?
You openly lied on stream to try and shut Chud Logic down when Chud was being critical of Destiny.
It sounded like to me, for that one specific clip, she was referring to the stuff from the Leafy thing where people had revenge porn of her or whatever, or like content that wasn't actually her, and it was being shared around. That's what I got from that. But people were connecting that clip to the other clip. This is what I've been trying to. I don't like covering.
See, I don't know if you want to call anybody. The only guy that I don't think knew anything was maybe Augie. They all knew. So how is he trying to shut him down? It's called a debate. Try it.
Things when I already know all the answers, because then when I speculate, I'm lying.
Only to confess to President Sunday that you were terrified of Destiny's audience.
And I haven't really been able to talk about this with anybody because I'm at like a fucking, it's a huge risk to even discuss it. Because this guy's got such a chokehold over his community.
And you know what?
Wait a minute, that's objectively true. If you're look, he kept his mouth shut on Mama Max for me, and he explained why. Because it would be more effective when he fucked up and there'd be something to work with. I didn't like hearing that, but I never thought he's being a coward. And it turned out he was
look
right.
Look at Destiny's views.
Yeah, that's an objective. Nick had a lot of Destiny fans, and when you have crossover with other people, it is difficult to criticize them without starting a drama war. I mean, that's just objectively true. That just shows you don't know YouTube, that you don't know drama, that you don't know how this works. Oh, I know you're above that. Get the fuck out of here. You haven't made a nickel for a reason.
On its face, I don't even really care about the sweeping or the choice to stay silent. If there's one thing I can't stand...
Yes, you do. You made your whole video about the choice. No, he's just going to contradict
half of the video so far is just that.
It's literally that.
Freaks. It's their selective pearl clutching when someone acts in their own self-interest. This happens constantly. They're all perfectly capable of recognizing...
This whole video is a giant pearl clutch.
...how creators will act in their own self-interest when it's a creator they want to see succeed. If you choose to operate on this platform with your self-interest as your main priority, you will be seen as an asshole at some point, sure.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. I'll agree with that.
I mean, McMahon knows better, so.
But you don't have anything, and you seem like a really big asshole right now, and you're supposed to be, I don't know, above it, not afraid to take the criticism. You sound terrified to take criticism. Terrified.
But you still have the right to do that, and as long as you don't care about being seen as an asshole, you're fine. I don't believe in morally...
McMahon thinks he's an asshole, guys.
...condemning people for prioritizing self-preservation and personal gain over sticking their necks out for others. There might be some exceptions.
She didn't want anybody to stick her neck out for her. She wanted to get that guy to give her money. That's what she wanted. She wanted him to settle so they could keep the whole thing quiet. She wanted to be.
That's what she's doing.
She wanted, and now she's got to do it publicly. She would much rather not done this publicly. She wanted to pressure Destiny, so he would pay for her thing, or she could be not reimbursed. What's the right word, English major?
I don't know what you're trying to say.
Not reimbursed. It starts with an R.
Well, not paid off.
Not paid off. Although essentially what it is. What happens when you receive a settlement?
Compensated.
Compensated. That's exactly what I was to see. Actually, yeah. She wanted to be compensated, and she didn't want everybody. She didn't want everybody to know she was blowing the guy. I know you don't care about that, but Nick did. And I got to be honest with you. The fact that Nick looks a little better than you, that he actually gives a shit, you don't.
To that, but generally, you're not.
Yeah, she Tommy about her dad talking about Destiny.
You got it.
Do you remember the clip of?
I know it's awful.
Do you remember the clip of her dad talking about it? She did not want this to come out.
Yeah. She wants her whole fucking family knowing she's blowing that guy to move up the ladder. I'm sure that's what she wanted. Give me a fucking break.
And other people's shoes.
Videos of pearl clutch.
You can't.
He literally is everything. He is what he's criticizing Nick for. It's bizarre.
Say whether you'd be strong enough to do things differently than they did. But what you can't do is act in your own self-interest and then shit on other people for doing the same fucking thing. This is the crux of my issue with Ethan's demands that iDubbbz speak out. And it's at the heart of why Nick...
Initially, I was 100%. I agree with him. Demanding he speak out. Anybody demands I speak out, I'll stick it up their ass. But the reason he wanted him to speak out is because he thought that they were 100% on his side, their side. And he probably had some inside information when he said it. And he was right. He's right. He was a son dick sucker. Made the whole thing about himself. Fucked over other people. Fucked over those fighters. More fighters are gone, right? That thing's getting canceled, by the way. It's not gonna be in LA. It's not gonna be in Tampa. It's over. They fucked everybody.
By all rights, should be getting crucified for this. Because Nicholas put his own career first when it came to Destiny's sex abuse scandal. But God forbid...
Sounds like you put her first. But what? You cut that out of the fucking video.
iDubbbz put his own career first in Ethan Klein's dog shit scandal.
I demand you speak out if this guy's allowed in your house. No.
Time and time again.
Not send me money.
And this happens. You would think that after being outed as a total fucking bitch in the Destiny saga, this lip-flapping lardball wouldn't be so quick to call
I think that's just Queeman's fucking crew's view of the whole thing. I don't think anybody feels that way outside of them. No, it's really just your view. It's your little Discord. It's your hug box. Nobody feels that way. And it's just like a technical situation. It almost identical. If you're into the technicals, if you're a big fan, like I can't understand why Tommy C would say that somebody who's repeating threatening suicide should not be allowed at an event with a bunch of children in it. You just won't see how stupid that statement is. And this is you don't understand how stupid you sound right now. It's the same thing.
Someone else a coward. But no, he got right to business finding another...
Living Nick eating food is kind of funny. Yeah, I'll give you that one.
It is.
Get a big win there.
...creator that he could latch onto. And nobody says anything because he knows...
It's a very small plate, though. You figure he'd have some more sloppy stuff on there. You know what I mean?
Knows exactly what to say so that the lower half of the midwit community will continue to spend money on him.
Midwit. God. Pot kettle black.
You just earned yourself another goal.
How pathetic are you?
Nicholas Deorio thinks cartoon depictions of a child getting raped by a horse is worse than a government blowing up thousands of real children overseas. That's why he went so hard on Tipster for defending Vosh's tax folder, but has very little to say about Ethan's passive defenses of Israel. Now, for any of the fucking...
Yeah.
What?
Okay, buddy.
Yeah.
What?
Yep.
So wait a minute. No, but there's another problem here. He's demanding that he's demanding that Nick speak out. What was Ethan doing? Demanding IDubbbz speak out. Now he's doing the same thing, and he just criticized it in the last segment. I don't even realize they hear themselves. It's like perfect.
Idiots in the comments who are going to say Ethan has said Israel is bad.
Dude, he's playing the same the good actions montage. Tipster genuinely believes you can say fucking anything as long as you say at the end, by the way, guys, I just want to make sure that everyone knows child porn is bad and lolly is bad. This guy could sit here and defend the pictures that fucking Shadman drew as long as he puts a little defend Chris Tyson owning the pictures that Shadman drew as long as he puts a little disclaimer at the end where he goes, oh, by the way, guys, lolly is bad, so you can't criticize my position on this take at all whatsoever.
Vosh has also said pedophilia is bad, but that didn't stop Nick from accurately pointing out that simply citing your condemnations of something doesn't automatically erase everything else you've said.
Wow, I can't believe that Vosh isn't getting a round of applause for making the baseline normal take after he releases really weird, creepy arguments for months. Like, that's crazy. Why aren't people talking more about the times where Vosh said child pornography is bad?
So I don't want to hear it. I don't give a shit if Ethan sometimes says Israel is bad. A pedophile...
He doesn't do it enough. He doesn't do it your way. Therefore, he cannot be pro-Palestinian in your view. So
well, clearly, dumb. This guy follows the boycott. He donates all of his money to Palestine, so he cares more. He cares more about them,
more
right?
than you will. Well, I just find it funny that he's demanding Nick speak out on something he doesn't want to speak out on, and then he criticizes.
Yeah, but then he criticizes him for not knowing about it. So why would he talk about it if he does not know about it?
Yeah, I know. Oh, then they could criticize him for speaking out of turn and speaking out his ass.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Demanding IDubbbz speak up. That's horrid.
So basically, this guy's saying,
but me demanding Nick speak out on the Palestine situation. Did you just hear what
Nick does not know about?
Then Nick freely says that he doesn't understand.
Yeah.
Can also say child porn is bad. That doesn't make him any less of a pedophile. Hassan has also said anti-Semitism is bad, but that doesn't stop people from criticizing him as a Jew hater. If there's one thing the commentary community...
Well, he did recently say that anybody that supports Israel should be treated like a dog catcher or a Nazi.
loves to hate on, it's pedophiles. And so anytime someone is pedophile coded, it's open season to go as hard as you want on them, and anyone...
I think this guy's pedophile coded.
I'm okay with people going hard on pedophiles. I just want to get that. Let get out of the way.
Who follows or defends them. Maybe this has something to do with the fact that pedophiles are consistently and universally hated by all, and hating on them.
Yeah, he doesn't make. So he's going with the safe take. Hey, do you have a more nuanced take on pedophiles? I'd like to hear it.
Them looks really good. Pedophiles are bad is one of those very safe takes we can...
I tell you something. I do hate this at some level. It's just the way he's using. I hate the pedophiles are bad thing crowd too. Yeah, no shit. I get that. But the way he's using it is so deceptive, I mean, he's making specific criticisms of Tipster's defense of Vosh. it's not pedophiles are bad. Like, that's not what's happening here. It's objectively what you're playing us first to show examples. That's not happening here. You played him making specific criticisms of Tipster's defense of Vosh. Pedophiles are bad is just that. Hey, Tipster, don't you know pedophiles are bad? That's not what he did.
Give, and nobody will care if you press people on why they're being too soft on pedophiles. Historically, however, the same cannot be said for genocide. Not while they're actually happening, that is. It's always safer to be against genocide after all the people are dead. That way you don't risk upsetting anyone you could benefit from in the here and now. Never let any of these grifting shit stains try and tell you that they care about kids getting hurt, whether it's through lolly.
Video sucks big floppy donkey dick.
Yeah, it is. Here, listen to this. Listen to this.
Go back.
People are dead. That way you don't risk upsetting anyone you could benefit from in the here and now. Never let any of these grifting shit stains try and tell you that they care about kids getting hurt.
I don't believe you for a fucking minute that you care about dogs getting harassed.
You don't fucking care.
I don't think you do either.
Or genocide.
So what that guy just said is 100% true. Never believe any of these YouTubers that they give a fuck. But here's the thing. What you care about is irrelevant to your argument. Your argument's either good or it isn't. It can be debunked or it can't. It can be there could be weaknesses or strengths in it, or it can't. That's it.
Whether it's through lolly or genocide. They care about looking good in the public eye. That's it. Because no matter.
So I guess he would speak up more against genocides, but he doesn't even contemplate the fact that what Israel is doing could be argued that it's not a genocide. Now, I think you can make an argument, some recent stuff I've seen, but I don't know. That means I'm a genocidal man because I participated in one in Iraq. So all soldiers, and then now we're getting into the loony land. So all soldiers are probably, because they bombed the fucking shit out of them until it was easy to walk down the street.
Yeah, until it's fucking
I mean, have you even considered the other side of the argument? No, I don't think you have. I gotta be honest with you. I'm not the most up to date on what's going on over there, and I won't even. I am getting a little sick because I hear Jeremy do. I don't care. It does seem to be a cop out. It's only because I know Nick. I know he doesn't give a shit, right? But whatever. That being said, you guys don't even consider that Israel's got the right to defend themselves. You don't even consider that an argument. That's a legitimate argument.
Yeah, I mean, like that's because
I guess what he's saying is Nick actually feels the way I do and refuses to say it. But I mean, that's like who gave you like the goggles to see in somebody's heart? I mean, I know because I know. I can't prove it. I know because I've talked to Nick. You know because what? That he's insincere. Because that's all it's about. You're being in his soul. Yeah, he can see in his soul. I know when you become a lefty loser or fucking a Queeman fan, you can see into people's soul. Like, what do you have? Right now, I have less than no problem with what Israel did because there's nothing my army hasn't done. Jesus Christ, we wiped up Nagasaki and Hiroshima. And we're going to, I got to be honest with you, weaken the word genocide. Like, genocide to me mean put people in camps and execute them. Now it's collateral damage in a war is genocide. Oh, you can't have that argument either? Hey, again, I'm not, I don't have, what does Queen say, a fundamental understanding. But yeah, I think there can be a debate there. Dresden, was London a genocide by the Germans?
Yeah,
bombed the shit out of that. Too. Yeah, like was that? I don't see that being called a genocide ever. I heard bombing London. Like there's no argument for you guys. You're. It's ridiculous.
And also, like when you kind of like look into it, there was a population boom in Palestine. Maybe now it's worsened because of all the bombings, but there was a big population boom in Palestine. So that kind of loses the meaning of genocide. Genocide means no people.
I hope the war stops.
When you look into it, there's more people.
I hope the war stops and people stop getting killed. I hope they can find a way to surrender.
Yeah, me too.
Trump has put pressure on him. I'd love to see the thing is, but I'm telling you something. If that was my daughter that killed in that concert, I can't imagine giving a fiddler's fuck what's going on over there. I cannot imagine giving a shit. I didn't care about what happened in Afghanistan after they did 9/11, and I'm not going to sit there and call those people genocidal maniacs after the crime that was perpetrated on them. you want to debate that they're going too far, go ahead. I'm not terribly interested in that debate. I don't care. I'll use Nick's excuse, I suppose. But the fact that you think there's no other argument, and the fact that you shoehorn this into Nick cares more about pedophilia than genocide is really dishonest.
Yeah, I mean,
disgusting.
You try to use a hierarchical of bad. What's worse, pedophilia or genocide?
And God, what a
fucking tier list.
Yeah, like what an empty conversation. I mean, you guys aren't you supposed to be intellectual? Aren't you supposed to be high IQ?
This tax folder was.
You just sound like an angry kid.
And no matter how creepy and weird both Tipster and Keffels have been for defending it, the harsh reality is that Israel's actions in Palestine have done immeasurably more damage to real children with parents and siblings, than any cartoon horse ever has.
That's true, but that doesn't mean you can't criticize those two.
Oh, no. Tell me. If you care so much, what do you do? What are you doing then?
I guess, but the thing is, he's weighing the two. He's absolutely correct. The Palestinians have been way more fucked over by the Israelis than Vosh's creepy cartoons. But you can't say anything now? Like, what are you trying to say here? What you're allowed and what you can and can't talk about?
Is Nick supposed to just drop everything and join Hamas?
Hey, listen, I can't.
What is he supposed to do?
You're missing the point. What does Nick do? I'm sorry, I can't make this criticism of Vosh right now, because it's not of the same level of the genocide in, like, we couldn't talk about anything. Why can't I talk about technicals, or why can't I talk about any other YouTube drama when there's a genocide going on over there? Like, are you nuts? It's the most flawed, stupid logic that wouldn't stand up to any guy. If Nick got a hold of you, you'd look ridiculous.
But Lolly looks worse. If Ethan was caught with Lolly on his computer,
he's concerned about like what Nick's tier list is.
Nick would drop him faster than if Ethan personally launched a rocket into a Yemeni orphanage tomorrow.
Blood feather. IDF for pedophiles. Take your pick.
Ultimate rape review? Are you fucking serious? You didn't even try to hide it. I've seen India come.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Nick stole that from Chud. Yeah, he talked about it a lot.
That's the joke, you shit.
Come up with better knockoffs than this shit. And then you stole the Wiggler too. I don't care if it originally came from
what?
Keffels. These two look nothing alike, but these two, you're an
It's your buddy, Tommy.
How dare you steal from Queen? How dare you?
How dare you? How dare you steal from Queen?
You fucking idiot. You F4.
I bet they're all sitting around. You see that? Nick's got his own Wiggler now. Fucking Queeman did that first. Yeah, I know Keffels did, but Keffels got rid of it, and then it became Queeman's identity, and Nick stole it. And he's making money on it, and we're not.
He got another Wiggler. He got another one. Fuck. He has 10 Wigglers.
Yeah, they're just salty that he can cycle them out.
Hey guys, I have a confession to make. Maybe I'm not the right person to say anything, but I have stolen memes before.
Me too.
How dare you?
You thief.
I didn't make them. I saw them on Facebook. I thought they were funny, and I thought I'd get a few likes. You stole the Wiggler too. That's what this video should be called.
Valor.
Fuck Nick Deorio. You stole the Wiggler too. That's a much better title.
An original hack. The only bits you have are stolen. What the hell, man? You can't help it. You just have to get your fat.
You are not as funny as Nick. I guarantee.
That's the joke.
You are not as
That's
funny.
The joke. It's
greasy
stolen.
sausages on other people's creative jokes. Even your dono sounds are all just.
It's not a joke. It's just a fucking meme.
It's other streamers saying your name because it's
very artistic.
How much you want to bet the same artist made Queeman's Wiggler? I think I need one now.
I think she did.
Yeah.
I think
she did.
I think Hellbent did. Yeah.
All right, we're hiring Hellbent, right? And I want her to make one of me, but on my shirt I want to say, "You stole the Wiggler too." I will pay her. Yeah, let's get Hellbent. I'll pay her right now. I do it on my shirt. What should I have? Should I have a? Can you show my V-Spawn jersey and have it say, "You stole the Wiggler too"? Tell her to give me a price and I'll pay her for it. And then we'll put a Wiggler.
Could you have like a photo of Queeman's Wiggler on it too?
You know what I'll do? I'll get Queeman's I'll get Queeman's Wiggler and I'll put my Wiggler just over it. So you can sort of see it in the background to see I really stole it.
It proves that you know them. right? Wow, what amazing prospects. Take it from this Nick guy. iDubbbz should definitely step up and help his friend out, just like how Nicholas stepped up and helped Chud Logic pick up the slack after he stopped orbiting Destiny.
And he was put in a position where he can either eat shit and be hated by that community and lose a huge percentage of his audience, to the point where
Sounds like a pretty nice thing to fucking do. Ultimate Rape Review originally came from Chud, though, and he's just completely...
Did, yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying. He said he stole that. Oh, he stole that. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's like Chud had Rape Review.
Oh, so he's not saying he's out. He's not saying he's outraged. All right, so we have to be fair to this guy. He's not saying he's outraged over Ultimate Rape Review. He's saying he stole it from Chud. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
I had to pick up the other half.
Don't forget about the Wiggler.
But here's the thing. Here's what I find. Are we sure about that? Because I don't think Chud's a big I don't think he likes sports. Is he a big UFC guy? Because
No, he had a... I'll show you his intro.
Yeah, so he had Rape Review, but this is Ultimate Rape Review.
Oh, and so he put... Because I know he's... so he's put the UFC, like... what are the assets in there? So he added to the joke.
Yeah.
That's what I understand is, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, don't rearrange memes. Don't alter them. There's a difference, Tommy. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Like, would that be like fair use, I guess?
Yeah, of course.
By that logic.
Not only that, parody. It's protected under parody.
Yeah.
Now, you could say that it's cheap. I mean, his criticism that it's cheap. I mean, I suppose that's up to you to decide. But I mean, considering like the way all of us are with memes and stuff like that, I don't really think you can say that. I mean, it's parody for sure. And I think both Chud and Nick have benefited from Ultimate Rape Review. And I tell you something else. Nick's been really good to Chud. Really good to Chud. Considering the situation that he was in prior to this. Oh, what happened? My fucking thing went away. I hate that.
Rest in peace.
I can fix it. I hate that. I want my thingamabob back. Now it's boom, boom. Yeah, it comes back. Yeah.
For the slack and like help him out, right? To keep him afloat.
Nick, the helping hand. I guess you can say Chud Logic is a Nick orbiter now. Not because...
Oh, collaboration is wrong now. That makes you a pussy, a coward.
Chud Logic hog rides Nick the way Nick hog rides Ethan, but because Nick is so fat, he has his own gravitational pull. I think Nick molesting everything funny that smaller creators come up with is by far the worst sin of them all.
Wiggler wasn't that funny. It was a parody of fucking what's her face and other people.
You're the ultimate raped, Nick. You hog ride both larger and smaller creators than yourself, and you steal their bits.
He stole my shit too.
Because it makes you look like you're chummy with all these guys who you know. I don't give a fuck if these creators are okay with you stealing their bits. I am not okay with it, and this is my
look out
video. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
I hate this guy.
I hate you. No. I hate you. That's what the whole video is. I'm glad he finished with that. I know he's trying to be I know he's trying to be hyperbolic, but I hate you.
Charismatic, ruthless, paranoid, generous, and bloodthirsty.
Hey,
these are just some of the words.
Jimmy the Jet. That's now you know what I've been watching lately.
Not away.
Mafia stuff. Generous. I mean, like, come on, get over your fucking self. Jesus Christ. That was funny. I want a Wiggler that says, what was the line again? What did I say, Jeannie? You got to be my memory because I'm old and a boomer.
I was like, stop stealing Wigglers or something.
Oh yeah, we got to go find out. What did I say? That's what I want. I want a Wiggler. I want a Wiggler now. Absolutely.
But yeah, there's Wiggler's quite funny. What was it? Lynn and I were fucking around, and it was like if I were to have a Wiggler, it would just be my tits, like
oh god, let's get both of them. Let's get both of them. Let's get both of them and having your tits like fly back and forth. That's a great idea. That's a great idea.
Like a little like mini Queeman inside of them. Like
well, actually, because I don't use I put this in because I had nothing put in there. We could put you in here. Let's get your Wiggler first. Let's get your Wiggler, but your tits got to flop back and forth and like I don't hit you in the head or some shit like that. That's what we got.
Okay. I'll when the stream's done, I'll clip it and I'll send it to Hellbent.
I don't know. McFit doesn't like trends though. He might get really upset. Fuck you, Jeannie. You stole it.
Dude, he is McMahon.
I'll go back to bat with him. I'll do a fight with him. I don't care. There's no woman. Well, oh, actually, never mind. There's Catfuls, but I was going to say there's no woman.
Come on.
McFit might get mad at you or something. Chud is officially breaking.
No, his name's
Breathing the Ethan shackles.
I see the joke.
You know, I have watched this before. Like, I kind of agree with this to some extent. I kind of like. All right, I'll have to play it, but because I will. Here's where I'm going to agree with Chud. I'm sick of talking about this shit too, but it does make the most money. I've been there. Let's see. Let's watch it.
It's as dry as the fucking Sahara.
Yeah, that's it's drama. It happens. It happens. I've seen it happen. Like, I don't know. I've been doing this 10 years now. It happens. It happens a lot, actually. I mean, God, you've been here long enough to see it go dry.
Unless you're willing to do the 20th stream sucking off fucking Ethan Klein. Yeah.
You stream 9 hours a day sometimes, man.
Yeah, I mean, you could do something else, man. It doesn't always have to be Ethan.
Yes, I'm talking about you, Nicholas Deorio, okay? Unless you're willing to do the 20th stream going, oh, isn't Ethan correct about everything and Hassan's totally wrong? Unless you're willing to do that, it's dry as the fucking Sahara.
I think McMahon agrees with him.
Out there, bro.
Don't watch it. Don't watch it. I like.
Yeah, do the beauty community, I guess.
Is Chud gonna pull us? I was just kidding around. I was joking. What are you doing, Tommy? Why are you spurging? Is that what he's gonna pull? Like, I don't know. Watch something else. Stream less. I don't know. Oh, I got an idea.
Do AI, like Tommy did.
You know what he should do? He should take the my burnout stream that he commented on and take all the advice that he gave me, like cover FaZe Banks and FaZe Clan and Fortnite. And that's what he told me to do. You're lazy. You could always go into gaming. Go into gaming, Chud. Like, at least it's a ridiculous criticism. I'm sorry, buddy.
There's nothing happening. It is so boring. Dude, I'm so
do what I do. Don't stream for a couple days. I literally got up because I was about it. Dude, maybe you need to do that if this is real.
Inspired every single day when I wake up and I think, right, what is there to talk about today? What we love the ADL guys, don't we? Yeah, the ADL are absolutely correct about everything, aren't they? All of a sudden now, because we're against Hassan and we want to suck Ethan's cock, the ADL apparently are a great entity.
You could do something
what
else.
Did Nick say about the? What did Nick say about the ADL?
I don't think he said anything about them.
The ADL fucking suck, bro. The ADL fucking suck. The ADL are terrible, okay?
I agree.
This idea that Ethan is this sensible fucking operator that is like doing so based in Giga Challenge, it's not true. It's not true. Ethan has gone fucking insane.
I don't necessarily disagree with anything that I'm hearing. It's just like the reaction, but the reaction could easily turn into that was a part of the act, you know?
People aren't fucking talking about it, dude. It's so fucking annoying, dude.
People don't do it.
Yeah, do something else.
Do something else. I mean, I'm with you, bro. I'm like,
obviously, James Charles. Yeah. He's in the news. You can do that.
You can do that one, guys. You know, I mean, I'll let Nick do his thing. You know,
you like tonight. Ethan is this, voice of reason. He's the voice of reason who is like.
I got an idea. Why don't you criticize the stuff that you think about Ethan that's fucked up? I've done it. Doesn't win any friends, but I'll have to admit. But,
oh yeah, he's so correct, and he got skulls sent to his house, and the CPS school. Yeah, okay, that stuff wonderful. All fucking sucked. But can we stop fucking pretending like he's not acting like a total fucking insane freak, bro? Oh my God.
Ethan, I will say this, Ethan is vicious. He doesn't quit. He's right about that, I guess.
I'm gonna fucking lose it, dude.
You already did.
Okay, bro.
Okay, that's wonderful.
Gonna pass out.
How do I make money off depression?
Hold on a second. Apparently Stardust said something about the ADL. What does Stardust have to do with it? I don't know. All right, this is funny. This is more.
More Chud.
More Chud Logic goes crazy on Augie. Oh no.
Guys, jump on that. Pedophile logic.
Money off depressed people.
The Confusing Opinion became a member. The Confusing Opinion celebrates 13 months of membership. Have you seen the RFC Mania stuff, Chud lol?
Yeah, I have. Pair of wretched has-beens desperately doing, tricks for treats.
He's becoming a no-fun cop. Chud, stop.
Treats, like shaving their head.
Come on.
It's like they're like 20 years old. And they're going to make a bag before he moves away. Like, Connor's like moving away. I thought it was fun.
Gunner has his own channel. He has his own like channel now. He's fucking. It's growing. He stole Moby's job.
I mean, Jesus Christ, fucking Augie, like, I guess I'm taking this too literally. Hold on.
It's pathetic and wretched. I believe you participated, so you are also pathetic and wretched as well.
Yeah.
Thank you for the membership, nonetheless.
He's joking around.
Confusing
It's a
opinion.
bit, but still.
Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good time. Okay, dude.
Yeah, he's joking.
Augie realised he couldn't stream anymore, so he became a fucking loser to pay the bills, apparently.
Well, he should have been more sophisticated like you. I mean, come on, man.
All banter, all bit of banter.
Oh, okay, a little bit of
guys,
banter. A little bit of bits.
We're having a bloody laugh. We're having a great laugh, aren't we? Why are they fucking shaving their heads and shit, dude?
It's fun.
Money.
I don't think they're going out of their way. I don't think Augie's like. I mean, I literally was on the show yesterday, and one of the things I always liked about Augie is he never, ever, ever, not once pretended that he was like some kind of sophisticate or that this is anything other than a guilty fucking pleasure. This drama shit. That's one of the things. Yeah, money. People want it. I was thrilled to death when Connor called me and said, "You want to be a part of it?" You know,
I mean, like it's fucking funny seeing like your buddy shave his head for money.
Yeah,
it's fucking hilarious.
It's not
some like fucking like college shit.
It's not sophisticated. It's not real YouTube drama.
That's deranged. I don't get it. Why are you
deranged?
Fucking doing
shaving your head is deranged?
Stupid shit on stream of money, bro. You're like acting like fucking whatever person.
Judd doesn't like.
I don't get it. Shit. What's going on, bro? Why?
I mean,
about this issue, Tommy.
You don't get. He sounds old. He sounds old.
No, dude. Look at Chud's hairline. He's worried.
No,
he's going bald.
Oh, yeah,
that's why.
No, he's not. You go bald by the time you're 27, dude.
Oh, no,
I'd be bald. Right? I mean, people say shit about my hairline all the time too, but it's the same as it was since I was 15. You know, I'm sure I'll lose something in my 60s and late 50s and stuff like that, but whatever.
Why are they doing this? I don't understand it. Is it just easy money? Is that how they see it? It's like, oh, it's easy.
I think it's a really good time and a great way to say goodbye to your fans. And I talked to Augie yesterday, and he says he's going to remember it the rest of his life. And it's just fun. It's just fun. And it looks taxing, to be honest with you. And one of the things I always respected about Chud is the amount of time that he put in. They doubled it. They quadrupled it. You know? I don't know the word after quadruple. You know?
Easy money. We can act like retards on stream and shave our heads and get a bunch of money.
What's wrong with that?
Fuck me, dude. Anyway.
All right. I guess he's got to be a little more... What have you? Queeman says, Willie McShoe and Nicholas Deorio do not grasp the Ethan Klein discourse.
Oh, tell us.
Here we go. The drama PhDs. This is the next generation. Oh, no. When I'm about out of here, when Nick and Willie's gone, you get sophisticated drama, folks. It's right around the corner.
It's just like so obvious. Like you don't. People like Willie, like Nick, clearly do not. They fundamentally do not even understand why people are mad at.
It's fundamental, you see. The Oxford grad. Oh, he's a college dropout.
Ethan.
Like me.
They actually think people are mad at Ethan because he was sad about October 7th. That's what they genuinely believe. They are that fucking stupid on this shit. They don't...
Huh? I thought they were goofing on Ethan's critics, but they...
don't recognize that Ethan has said things and made arguments that if you are a committed anti-Zionist in any way, not necessarily just a pro-Palestine...
A committed anti-Zionist.
So, like, what
I'm an anti-Zionist. Are you committed? What would you say committed is there?
The activist or whatever. But if you have that idea of anti...
Well, I think there should be a two-state solution. I think it should be wiped off the earth. I'm committed. You're not.
Zionism in your head.
Fully
Ethan
committed.
Sounds fucking insane. And guess what? That's a lot of liberal people. That's a lot of liberal and left-wing people. The exact audience Ethan had. Not just crazy ones either. Totally reasonable ones. Might look.
Like you? I like.
He's gonna like show us an example.
Since when did all the here's the thing. Even like during gay marriage, the liberals like were the cool ones. They actually moved out of their house and started one. Since when did all the lefties basically become like the left-wing version of what's his name? Who's the Fernandez or the Mr. Karen Fuentes? You know, you know how weird those righty guys are. There's like a new generation of Fuentes fans on the left. They're like awkward, gawky, pearl clutchers, but they're edgy. You know, it's just like the lefties at least moved out of the house, and now they don't anymore.
Look at Ethan getting on stream and saying, if you express any positive sympathies towards Hamas, you should have your whole family shot and killed and burned in front of you like the terrorists would. When he gets on stream and says that, there are totally reasonable people that might look at that and go, well, this guy seems like kind of a fucking crazy Zionist.
For me personally, I may be right.
Hamas are a terrorist organization.
They are a terrorist organization
by definition.
But let's be generous. That might be a crazy statement by Ethan Klein. I could see how people feel that way since they're an organization of murderers. But I don't have a fundamental understanding.
This guy seems like if anyone expresses like the idea of inevitability or academic ideas of resistance, not necessarily even supporting the act, but talking about
he's an academic.
Resistance in an academic sense. They might see it in that way, and they hear Ethan say that, and they're like, "Wow, this guy's like fucking crazy."
So what? So he's crazy. I got to be honest with you. I agree with Queenman. In the sense that I do think that Ethan's pushing it a little bit, and he does.
Yeah.
But you know, it's like anything, like because all this shit's entertainment. Even the stuff Queenman thinks is very sophisticated and stuff. It's all entertainment at the end of the day. The only people that don't think it's entertainment are the creators that are doing it, and they think they're a lot fucking smarter and a lot brighter and a lot more sophisticated than they really are. Right? Even if that's the case, Ethan could just lose fans because people are sick of it and don't necessarily disagree with him. That could happen, but that's like because that's all this shit is. Destiny's a drama content creator. Frogan is a drama creator. So's Chud. So's Dan from PA. To a certain extent, so's Candace Owens. And even Ben Shapiro, you're all drama guys at the end of the fucking day. The only difference between like Ben Shapiro, he actually has the degrees and moved out of his house and started companies and shit. You know, I guess that with the Mike from PA, Dan from PA or whatever it was, they're all drama characters. Anybody that's like below Destiny's level is drama content. And what gets the most buzz even in that conservative community? When they're fighting with each other. Because they're all worried about each other's numbers. They all fucking stab each other in the backs for the same reason YouTubers stab themselves in the back on our level. Yeah, Queenman's right. I can see why people have had it with him, but I mean, you're essentially
maybe a bad example.
This is a really complicated way to be kind of a pussy. It's basically a complicated way to say Willie and Nick are insincere, and I have this beautiful gift of being liberal, and I can look inside their hearts and say they're not being sincere. But instead of saying they're insincere, because you can't, I think lack of fundamental understanding, or they agree with him. Is that a crazy thought? Maybe they agree with him. And I've talked to Willie. I didn't agree with that. I mean, we had a conversation. He called him vicious. And I was like, he really is vicious. Like, because I forgot about a lot of the Keemstar stuff. He doesn't get off shit. If he starts suing everybody like he's saying, even though he may have every right to sue or legal right to sue, he could still lose the audience. Internet hates that shit when you sue somebody. They fucking hate it. But that's just because this is all drama and not anything more. It's not having a fundamental understanding. Just call him insincere. Do it.
Oh, he needs a PhD in
have the
Middle East relations.
Have the balls to do what McMahon did. But then you got to back it up.
Yeah, so then he'll just use McMahon to.
But they don't know any of that because they're fucking retarded.
That's a great argument. You don't know because you're retarded. You have that part.
Wait, look, 4 seconds of dead air. I just want to point that out.
Oh, well, I'm not going to criticize this. Hold on a second. I do want to do this, though.
Destiny as if I'm somehow giving Destiny clout.
So Willie Mac is choosing to platform a violent psychopathic criminal who wants other creators doxxed and murdered, and
like when people hear that, they think it's pretty fucking crazy too. All right, I got you on Ethan. I get where you're going, but that's pretty fucking crazy too.
Is laughing about it on Twitter. These two are so unlikable, referring to the people Destiny doxed and wants dead, even when they're being threatened with their dox. Notice how he doesn't mention the death threats. I can't help but notice how big off losers they are. Lol, 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 lol.
He wants me to pearl clutch over Destiny's violent remarks, where in the tweet I'm quoting, Queeman is making violent remarks towards another Twitter account who simply posted my content.
Curiously,
So
only
this guy's
once
like a pathetic,
Jews
cocksucking hack loser, right? He needs to be like absolutely kicked into the dirt.
I think he just
Queeman can't really laugh at himself, can he?
hates Hassan. But
This
I
guy
mean,
needs to
yeah,
be
if you,
stopped.
He really can't. That's why that's anger.
Pumped into the fucking dirt. This guy.
if you
is
want to say that,
filth.
These guys say violent things just like Destiny. They were huge fans of him up until recently. I don't feel like anyone's in any actual danger, but if they feel like they are, they should thank me for giving them the warning and call the cops. He says I'm downplaying Destiny's crimes for predicting that his career won't end over this.
You're totally right, but I have never seen someone's career end over some shit like
And boy, did that turn out to be true.
this.
There's Willie Mac downplaying Destiny's crimes, who
I think my prediction is Queeman will be forced out of his house and get a job before Destiny becomes unpopular.
gets interrupted
Probably
by
in
Nicholas
retail, if I
Deorio,
had to
commentary's
guess.
top janitor. Deorio downplays Willie's downplaying of Destiny's
support the
crimes, then
McMeeting.
makes sure that optically they're shitting on Destiny hard enough.
Destiny's videos are getting hundreds of thousands of views. He's
McMahon stole the meme.
Did you steal that, McMahon? I'm McMahon at you.
Yo.
streaming live to over 30,000 people. Why is me being factually correct about how this will affect his career downplaying what he did? I think
You can't be factually correct about it either. It hasn't happened yet. You can have an opinion. You can speculate.
bigger problem is when people like this guy equate what Destiny did to Jeffrey Epstein.
Especially when we're talking about a guy with the nickname Epsteiny.
Or when J-Stock says Destiny has created a rape machine.
I think one of the a massive talking point here is the infinite rape machine, okay? How does the infinite rape machine work?
You guys make what Destiny actually did wrong seem not that bad because Destiny didn't rape.
Oh, this is something I was saying because they would actually eventually get sympathy for Destiny, and I think they did. Well, it's a cool factor. Do you want it do you think Destiny's cool, or do you think Queeman and that guy's cool? Those guys kind of come off like fucking losers that are just bitching, moaning, and screaming in clouds. Destiny, as fucked as he is, still has money. He still has clout. He still is marching forward. Compared to you guys just sound disgruntled. So it's a coolness thing. So, but Willie, you have, for a lot, all these people demand that you have their views on everything. That's so bizarre.
Anybody. He didn't traffic anyone. He broke people's trust who were intimate with him so he could sex the 19-year-old e-girl.
No, it's rape.
To these people's images being forever cemented online. Their employers, their kids, their family members can be harassed forever now. That should be enough to hold them to the fire. But the minute you make it about rape...
But you don't have a fundamental understanding about it.
People go, huh? He raped someone? Oh no, he didn't. He sent nudes. Oh, well then, who cares? You also risk getting sued for calling it rape. But that's just me sweeping, I guess. Common sense is sweeping. He says I shouldn't reach out to Destiny for comment.
Reaching out for comment can be helpful sometimes. However, it is not the ultimate journalistic tool, especially...
What's the ultimate journalistic tool? Fucking speak out before the victim wants?
Especially when we're talking about a guy with the nickname Epsteiny. You shouldn't reach out to Destiny for interview on his crimes for the same reason...
Where do these people get off? Maybe I'm pearl clutching here. Where do you guys get off demanding?
Yeah, they're so fucking entitled.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
They're so fucking entitled, man.
It sounds childish.
Reason you shouldn't platform.
Talk about like fucking white privilege.
Yeah,
like a fucking leftist argument.
Well, I have white privilege, so I can't say anything, but you can because you're not white.
Friend someone like Mr. Girl. It doesn't really matter if you speak out against touching kids and violence, if you befriend and platform people who advocate for such.
I don't know that he's friend. I think he went on his show. Is Destiny friends with? Yeah, it's right. Is Destiny friends with who's that fucking guy he goes on? He's back on his show all the time now. Piers Morgan. Are they friends? Are they going bowling? He went on the show. He's an influencer. It's his job.
things. You are giving them an opportunity to downplay and normalize their behavior, maybe even make it look cool.
I am investigating a story.
Did this guy ever reply to this?
I have no idea.
Reaching out to people to get more information, again, is common sense.
Because I remember this. Oh boy, Queen got awful fucking quiet after this came out. I bet he's feeling froggy again.
If I didn't do...
Maybe they're like, oh, wait a minute. People are about to turn on Deorio. Let's jump on that train so we'll be the victors when Ethan is hated. They're playing the game too. Don't fucking let anybody fool you. Everybody's playing the game. Everybody's riding waves, especially in drama.
That I'd be no better than President Sunday and Beckett, who didn't reach out to Pixie. Sunday proceeded to slander her horribly because he fundamentally misunderstood the story. Both wound up getting their videos cited in her court document. Quote, the videos include screenshots of private messages of Pixie discussing the situation with friends, and claims that Pixie took hush money, only cares about money, and doesn't care about the other victims of the defendant. All of this is
I'd want my name in there.
Also, that's why it's
that's why I did Mr. McFit.
Important to reach out. You saying that I'm irresponsibly platforming Destiny is ridiculous because this video isn't even out yet. You don't even know how it's gonna end up. You know who's not mad at me? Any of the victims or Pixie. I've been talking to her side as well, and I'm going to have an on-the-record conversation with her and her legal team in the future. There are people that are so obsessively mad at Destiny, they'd rather me not do a good job when making a video. It's very odd to me.
I'm going to go through a few other clips.
No, because they're exactly like, I made a comparison to Nick Fuentes' crowd before, but you know what it also reminds me of? The hard right part of the Bloodsports crowd. They didn't want you to get anything right. They wanted you to destroy. And this is just a smaller version of that phenomenon. They wanted you to destroy. Just win. Just win. Just win. Don't be right. Don't be ethical. Just win.
Clips and then start asking Willie some pointed questions.
All right, I had enough of this shit. Let's see.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we've got a lot more stuff to talk about. Hey, Ian.
Event canceled. This is the
Sorry,
Florida
Chud.
one. This is the Florida one, right? Where what the fuck happened? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so the Florida event got canceled. Yeah. They dropped a video.
I see. I see what you're trying to say. Well, if you don't want to cover this, I'll cover this for you, Chud.
Yeah.
To all 50 of my viewers. As of right now, you cannot buy tickets for Creative Crash 3. Boy, if you bought a plane to Miami, goddamn, are you pissed off?
Or fucking hotel and shit, dude. You're fucked.
Oh God, you're pissed off.
So Tommy, so the Miami event, the whole stadium, it had I think 35,000 seats.
Yeah.
While the LA event has 4,000.
4,000, yeah.
4,000.
Yeah. So what's gonna happen with all those tickets?
I think Vehen Wiesbaden should go there, and maybe they'll draw more.
Probably.
My football team. We had trouble drawing in the third league this year. It sucked. Oh man, that's too funny. This is really funny. Here's my theory on iDubbbz. All right, iDubbbz is empty, and he thinks a bunch of Democratic talking points has fixed his existential crisis, right? But he's got recommendations.
His empathy meter.
He's also got a great video coming out that is going to make Chud upset because he's going to have to cover it because I got to be honest with you, Chud, it's going to be cold if this is true.
I say that because I'm that's my next video is talking about not specifically that, but concern trolling, and just how it plays a role in kind of all content creators' existence online. But yeah, I mean, I think
maybe this doesn't sound as hypocritical as last time because he says all content creators. Well, he better not act above it because he made an entire concern troll content cop. I mean, he's still doing it. If anybody can see this as me not being a friend, to Ethan Klein.
He did it twice, Tommy. He did it twice for the content cop and the content deputy.
Chud, you're going to cover that. I'm going to cover that, and it's going to be fun.
Sounds fun.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. So it sucks it has to be the same people all the time this happens. It's going to be a blast. It is going to be a blast when that comes out.
The answer is that it's fucking hard. And that's kind of why I like the content cop format and doing some big fucking,
I know he's going to start doing content. What was my prediction? He's going to start doing it again.
Punch randomly and then just letting shit stew and letting people, talk amongst themselves. I think other people kind of
did that this time, last time for sure.
Do a little bit more back and forth, but it really stresses me out. I don't like it. You know,
the ultimate journalistic tool is to come up with a gay name like Epstein.
I don't like that Ethan is talking about me fucking every day on his Instagram, or talking about Anissa every day on his Instagram. It's
tough shit. You fucking made a video on him. Jesus Christ.
You're a public figure, and you made
You know what the thing is? I look at this differently than a lot of the kids today. They're like, give me new content. But see, I grew up listening to radio, and the radio host might talk about the same thing all week. I mean, it doesn't bother me, but it does bother some people. And they, you're milking it and stuff like that. But I mean, I used to listen. If Stern was in a drama, what they would now call a drama, they used to call it a feud back then. I would listen to it. And I don't remember anybody ever saying to Stern, you milked it.
It's creepy and it's weird, and I would hope that, like, through action, people could put the pieces together that, like, that's unreasonable behavior, and it's.
Please make that concern troll video. I don't know what would be great, me laughing at it or watching Willie's video on it. He said something else that was kind of interesting as well. Let's see, where I had that. So Willie sent me this. Willie actually got me hip to this whole thing. It was fucking hysterical. I think
holy shit.
This goes into everybody thinks they're a fucking artist.
I so badly want Ethan to understand, and fans of Ethan to understand that, like, what he's doing on his podcast is, like, the most, like, uncreative.
He's anti-content.
Non-special thing that you could possibly be doing as a content creator.
I say fuck off. I love radio. I always loved radio. And that's, to me, and he said it before, he's trying to knock off Stern like I am. And I think whether a lot of these drama guys know it or not, covering the news, they're all doing Howard Stern. Whether they've heard him a day. Stern did this 30 years ago. And they're all doing it. They're all doing it. I mean, God, I literally looked at YouTube drama, because I don't know how to do anything else. I'm not an editor or anything like that. And I was like, I'll do a show. I'll do a stream. Treat it like a radio show. And I'll treat it like a radio show, but I'll do YouTube drama, sort of like Stern used to do, like TMZ and Celebrity Talk. That was it. That's the whole fucking formula. It's not that, it doesn't have to be sophisticated. McMad. Don't get McMad. It doesn't have to be sophisticated. It can be slop. And I was saying, this is like a child. Like, since when does slop content have to be anything other than shaving your head and acting like a jerk? I don't know. I think we're all taking ourselves a little too seriously.
True that.
Well, the video game of the century released a statement on CC3. I sent it to you in your DMs.
You're hitting me.
Before we get into this.
Okay, Anissa, this is really funny. I got a really good clip coming up. I don't know much about Clay Crash 3. What I have is enough business experience to see. What I have is enough business experience to see the event on track to burn a lot of people out of a lot of money. You're a genius, Billy Mitchell. Billy,
couldn't have said it better.
I don't have the business sense you did. I didn't come up with the Ricky's hot sauce, but I kind of thought the same thing. Maybe I should go into business. What do you think, Billy? He's become a Deorio fan. It's so ironic.
By the way, he was in Nick's chat.
Regularly.
Like, he thinks, right now.
I talked to Nick. Nick thinks it's his son, who I think went to West Point, by the way, or he's in West Point now.
Oh, shit.
I don't. Yeah. Oh, no, he did. And the only thing is, if he's at West Point, he is not in a fucking chat room talking to Nick Deorio. I don't think so. God, I hope not. I think he should lose his commission. If that's the case. He should lose his commission immediately. No, I don't want to. I had to take orders from those assholes. What are you talking about? I don't want them watching Nick Deorio. I want them being smart and strong and leaders. I don't want them watching Nick about YouTube drama. You think all the officers that I respected and looked up to, and they're like, Vig, are you still there? Do you want your leaders watching Nick Deorio?
Well, like them watching URR.
General Honore, we need you out here immediately. Hold on, Deorio's about to go in on Queeman.
Hold on, Nick is about to play the ultimate rape review.
Wait, it's rape review. It's rape review. General Hurling, we need you. It's rape review. Get out of here, soldier. I'm just kidding. If you go to West Point, you got a fucking lot more balls than I got, and brains too. All right, this is a clip from Anissa's stream, and it's hysterical.
You know how there was like that.
There's Megan. Did you hear that, Megan?
You know how there was like that video? It was like a picture or a video of Keemstar like sucking a guy off.
Oh no, he's riding on a railroad on the dildo on the railroad. I love that.
I do too. Me and Anissa have something.
It is funny.
It is funny.
Video.
What if a video came out where the guy looked like Ian? Like so much like Ian that you actually did question if it was him. I mean, like you asked him and be like, "Oh my god, this guy looks like you," and he's like, "Oh yeah, that does look like me." Weird. And then kind of just drop it. Would it?
Did you write this question down there, Red?
Kind of eat at your like question in your mind a little bit. Be like, did he do that? Like,
no,
You think you think that he doesn't keep things like that from you?
No, I don't think it's possible for him to. I don't think it's possible. But even if he did,
he's got my pussy. He never want the man pussy.
I wouldn't care. I mean,
I don't believe that for a fucking fiddler's butt. All the lefty girls that are so pro LGBTQ, if they find out any of their guys are playing for the other team, they're out of here like last year. I don't care how.
Not my man.
Not my man. I don't buy that for a minute.
I know.
Unless I have seen in situations where like both of them are kind of gay, but no, not if you're like a really straight white chick.
But wouldn't it?
Well, maybe this is in fairness. I don't fucking know.
I mean, but wouldn't it still like?
I wouldn't care enough to. I would be like, well, I mean, crazy if it was, but if it wasn't, like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Ian's not into any of that shit. I've tried.
Oh my god. And away he goes.
How did that go about? How did that go about? So,
hey, would you ever like a dildo stuck in your ass?
I don't know. I'm not like first of all, I'm having this crisis right now. I could fix it right here with this big fucking dick. I'm not sure it needs. Ow!
We'll go slow, Ian. I'll shove a finger in and we'll try it out.
Get plenty of lube,
Ow! Ow! Oh, that's too fucking funny. This woman is a 90s skateboard that's trying to be a real girl. You got that from Deorio. It's still a funny joke. I want to clear things up. I wanted to clear some things up now that Anissa and I are no longer part of Creator Clash. We took the money and run, bitches. Oh, that's right. That's not me being hyperbolic. That's what your fucking wife said. When I announced Creator Clash 3 and its new business model, the communication wasn't clear. Oh, he's nervous. I know why he's nervous. The communication wasn't clear. Looking back on my video and the current reactions, it's obvious it was too vague. It remains true that I earned a purse for CC Wong along with other fighters, and we did not profit from Creator Clash 2. After Creator Clash 2 failed to raise any money for charity, we knew it was time for a different business model. Restructure it so that's what this is. This is a charity business, and it is a business. And by the way, I'm not just criticizing iDubbbz on this. This is the whole 9 yards. Let's see. We restructured so the funds for the charity would be raised on Tiltify, separate and apart from the actual event. We then decided this year that we would take a profit share from the for-profit side of the event. It's like 35% though, right?
Yeah, 37.
34.
Is that a lot? Though? I don't know. I'm going to be fair to you. I'm not going to. Is that a lot? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'm not trying to be a wise guy here.
Well, it's a third of the.
It's more than I got for Baited.
Yeah, 34. Yeah, 34.
It's more than I got for Baited. I don't know.
I mean, like,
so I could have been making. If I got a charity, I could have got more percentage of it than Baited. I don't know. I don't know if I'm being fair here. I am trying.
Presented as a charity event. That's the thing, though. It was
but my dad told me like the United Way and all those. They all tried to fucking get that 9/11 money afterwards. That a lot of these they're because they always justify payments for staff and stuff like that, and then everybody ends up getting rich from these jobs.
Yeah, but like not the owners.
I don't know. See, I don't know enough about this, and maybe you do. To say I know. After creating credit, we restructured the events for our charity. Why would you have to announce that this is if it's not unethical? So that's the thing that I don't understand this stuff enough. I'll be honest with you. For our charity partner would raise with total fines. Hold on. When we decided this year that we would take a profit share from the for-profit side of the event, should the for-profit side event succeed? Do normal charities have a for-profit side? I don't know. I feel sorry for any confusion that Anissa and I caused. We know this event is in good hands now, in which it's success.
I mean, I just see it as if it's a charity, where's their for-profit side? If it's
but is that all right? Yes, charity. That's what. See, I'm trying to think. I'm not trying to think on the surface here. Okay, what I'm thinking is it normal to have a for-profit side event? And I can't say when we're in it because I don't fucking know. Whenever I participated in any kind of charity, I got the money and I sent it off and didn't make a dime. Now I'm a lot smaller. We did raise, was it $8 grand for Afghanistan or whatever the fuck it was?
I think it was $8,000. Yeah.
It was $8 grand. Yeah, wow, almost $10,000. Yeah. And boy, did I not get a donation for a month after that. You know.
Apparently, somebody in chat does have a bit of a background.
Yeah. All right. Well, we don't know for sure, but Man, you're a biased actor, though. Man, what do you know?
Yeah, he's pretty biased.
Oh, I'm just glad that, that earlier video that you watched, they were asking the real tough questions. Commentary should be taking a side on that genocide thing. Yeah. I want to go.
You'd have made a better argument. His commentary should never talk about anything important ever again.
Dude, we should all just join Hamas.
Yes,
that's what we should do. All commentary. Logic should join Hamas. Tommy should join Hamas.
Well, it's funny.
Nick should join Hamas.
It's funny, I didn't say this before during McMad or McFit or whatever the fuck his name is, but when we say ears perk up when people say, well, Hitler did some things right. I can't have the same reaction well, there are some good points Hamas has. I mean, isn't that the same fucking shit? It sounds like that's crazy. Yeah, go ahead, Sim Man.
I just don't understand, what is this, weird-ass talking point that you want commentary people, the people that only talk about drama, to talk about something that means
they're not equipped. You said that they're not equipped.
Well, there's a bunch of really sophisticated guys that live in England with their parents and that really think we should not shave our heads, act goofy, and make money entertaining people. We got to take this a hell of a lot more seriously than we do.
It's not shock. It's no shock what community that dude's a part of anyway. He's with Kueman and everything. Yeah. Bro,
probably bull. It's funny. It's funny you mentioned that because I didn't know that going into it. I think, I shouldn't say that. You might have mentioned something. I didn't know how deep it was. Volt might have mentioned something about it, but
I did.
It is his whole thing is you're ball licking Ethan. Are you ball? I mean, I could make the same. You're ball licking Kueman. You're You could do this.
Hog-riding Queeman, yeah.
Yeah, you're hog-riding Queeman. I mean, and honestly, I don't know if he is or not. It really doesn't. It's just really the points of the video that they're good or they're bad. But it kind of is that's why the video sucks, because it's just you are A, you are B, you are C. That's it. That's all there is to the video.
And a ton of very clip chipping parts and segments here and there.
Get back. We're going off on a tangent. Is 34% normal?
No, 34% is not normal.
How do you know that?
Oh, everybody was Googling this. All right, I'm just gonna let you know that's how I did.
All right, that's not really good research, but is there any better example you could give me?
Can you tell us what you researched?
Listen, I do everything through AI now. It's just everybody's.
So what did the AI tell you?
And what's a normal? What's normal?
Actually, you want to know what? Let's ask Gronk what is normal.
Oh yeah. Tell me. Ask Gronk.
Yeah, great. Yeah.
I think my stream is great. They were making fun of me. I loved it. I love my stream.
I was making fun of you.
No, he was. You weren't before you got here. What's his name?
Yeah, he said they.
No, well, they is all right. They them, whatever. No, tell me what Grok. But here's the thing: I'm suspicious right off the bat because he put out a statement, and now I'm seeing this 34% went to Anissa. It sounds like they fucked them over. You're gonna fuck us. We're gonna fuck you. We're gonna tell you how much you took.
Yeah, that's my tinfoil theory. It's just like
too.
one big fuck
you fucked us
from the company.
You know, you shouldn't have bought it anyway. You fucking dummies. Look at those two. But go ahead. Tell me. Tell what does Grok say?
Do you? I'm typing it in, but did they ever claim if it was also
typing it in? Hold on. Yeah. What's the question you wanted to say? Let's get the bitch on the line right now. How would you phrase the question?
Let's see.
I guess is a profit share normal in a charity event?
Is a profit share normal in a charity event? And if so, what is the normal percentage that for-profit part of a charity event takes?
In charity events, especially if there's a for-profit partner involved, like a business co-hosting or sponsoring.
Okay.
Typically.
Oh, sorry. Finish what you were saying. I interrupted you.
No worries. I was just saying, if you need more specifics on profit shares for charity events, let me know, and I can dig deeper.
All right. I'll ask you the question again because I interrupted you. I obviously messed you up. Do charities have normally profit sharing? And if so, what's the normal percentage they take?
Profit sharing can happen in charity events, especially with for-profit partners involved. Usually, they might take 10 to 30%, but it really depends on the deal.
Thank you very much. Have a good night.
Yeah, that was kind of useless.
You're welcome.
No, it isn't. I don't think so. I mean, assuming she's right. I mean, it's
okay,
better than Sip Man, I suppose. No, but I mean, so she's it's so here's the thing. Here's what she's saying. It's not what they're doing is not abnormal. All right, which is what that's why I didn't throw him under the bus and say it's a charity event. I didn't want to make a fool of myself because I wasn't sure. That's why I didn't do that. Okay, but you could definitely say this is on the high end of the profit take. And just to kind of look back, this is sus to me because he's nervous. So he probably knows it's on the high end. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I got you on that one.
Just out of curiosity, when did the if you go back to the Yeet tweet, when did that come out? Because I want to know whether the transparency Q&A came out from CC3 before iDubbbz did his statement, or vice versa.
I think it was within two hours.
The last couple hours. Yeah, it's 3 hours. 2 hours ago.
So this Q&A came out first then.
Yeah.
So this was clearly a nervous.
The Q&A was first.
Oh, I got this down. I'd call in, but I don't understand Discord. Jesus, Jade. You're old. I have old fans. I hope Jade's a female. I don't get fooled like last time. That's really embarrassing. Come on, Jade. I'll come in and hit on you.
And would Ian and Anissa, because they financed the events.
Come on, Jade. Come in. I'll hit on you. And
entitled?
Cleveland and all those guys who don't know how to hit on everybody will act like I raped you. And then Chud and Nick will do ultimate rape review. I'm 44. I understand tax laws, but Discord, no. Well, I understand Discord, not tax laws. I got that. I should understand tax laws, and I don't. I look at my wife.
Tax evasion, baby. Fuck taxes.
I literally. Maybe this is why I'm so pro-Israel. Because all the Jews in New Jersey that were kind enough to do my taxes and get me money back for all those years that I paid taxes in the States, that I'm grateful for them. I am grateful for Jews.
I mean, like a famous accountant for the mob did try to go to Israel. Marlansky.
Crazy. Oh, yeah, he was great. Yeah. Golda Meir kicked his ass right to the fucking curb.
Yeah, immediately got kicked out.
Yeah, supposedly she said, "Mafia? No." that was supposedly Iraq words. Golda Meir. Jesus Christ. Do I remember when she died? I don't know if I remember when she died or not. I think was I in high school when she died? When did God go look up? When did God Gelda my own? I just want to know. Yeah, so this looks like a nervous thing. All right.
Yeah. Who? What? What are you asking?
When did Gelda Meir die? The former Prime Minister of Israel. I think the first one, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not Jewish, but my man is. He got you in the right business. You got a good man. Got you in the right business. I don't know. All right, Sid, man. Do you have anything else? Because we get another calls. Somebody was in there.
No. I got nothing else. But thank you very much, man.
Well, thanks for getting us on the right track. It's definitely on the high end. Here's the thing that Ethan's got a problem with. Whether it's legitimate or not, people are going to see that, and they're not going to think like I did. All right, wait a minute. Before I say that's a charity, what's the normal
She died
situation?
78.
78? No, then I don't remember when she died.
I think that's Jada in the
Jada? Okay, we'll try to pull you. Oh, there's one. Hey, sweetie, how are you? You're on Chop from the Point and all that good shit.
Oh, hey, I think I figured it out.
You got it. I hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, there we go.
We should have fucked with you and pretend we couldn't hear you. That would have been funny.
Yeah.
Funnier. Go ahead. Tell me what you know, and I'll take your word for it because your husband's Jewish.
About which thing?
I don't know. Well, how about this? We'll do it this way. What am I wrong about? Because I honestly don't know what I'm
about.
Which
thing?
Is it normal? Is it normal to take that kind of money for a charity? From what Grok told me. Okay, tell me why.
No. Well, first of all, like them taking an extra 30 on top of, because if you read it, it says the 20, and then it says 34 on top of that.
Really? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, read it.
Hold on a second. Yeah.
Wrong one.
I find it. Which one is it? I lost it already. I'm Billy Mitchell. What the fuck? All right. Oh, I know how to do this. Hold on. I'll just go.
It's just like on your Twitter.
I know how to do this. Okay, let me go back. We shall read it.
There you go.
There we go. Okay. Yeah. Let me read all three.
My job is to read all the little tiny words.
Okay. Well, I'm going to read the big words and fuck them up. Watch this. Yes, each fighter receives a guaranteed purse to help cover the training and preparation expenses. That sounds legitimate. In addition, I'm going to read the second one now. Hold on. Don't fuck this up. I have dyslexia. In addition, 20% of net profits from the event will be evenly split among all fighters. Number 3, and further, 34% of profit share originally allocated to Ian and Anissa is also being redistributed among the fighters following their departure.
Right. So that split is weird because why wouldn't they just say, instead of a further 34, why wouldn't they just say 54%, which doesn't seem to make any kind of sense.
They could be trying to fuck them over.
So if you're taking...
They sold them a lemon. They sold them a lemon. They sold them a lemon, and they're trying to get them back.
They're squeezing them somehow because look, it says 20%, right? And then it says a further 34. So that's 54%. So
I don't think they were going to get a 54%, if that's what you're saying, because like neither Ian or Anissa were finding.
Yeah, but you also could look at it like this. Okay, but they also here's another thing. I think they're saying a further from the 20%.
Profits, though. Right? Yeah, exactly. Okay. Of net profits, though, which if it doesn't profit, because the last one didn't, they were down. Was it 250?
Oh, so wait a minute. So 54% is for profit, is what
net profit. No, after expenses, bro. They didn't make shit last time. Of net profits, right? Not gross. This is after expenses.
I'm stupid. I don't understand, but I'll take your word for it.
Well, I mean, okay, so they're only going to give anybody something if they make a profit. That's why it says of net profits, not just a straight 20.
Gotcha. All right.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Right. But I mean,
okay,
so what would be normal?
Losses, they don't have to pay anybody anything.
What would be a normal charity? If it's obviously not criminal, right? You're not saying that. It's just really a lousy charity, is what you're saying.
It's shady. It shows that there's money moving funny.
You know what? This is not the first time I've heard that. The first person that told me that he thought something was up with shit was Froggy Fresh. He thought something was up there.
The money's
too.
moving funny because, like I said, I get paid to read the little tiny words or like, you know, of net profits and stuff like that. Right. So when I'm looking at this, I want to see, well, what's their expenses? How are they allocating 54% of the profits? Right. And the second one says profit share.
And
right?
and that's let me get this straight and tell me if I'm wrong. So you're saying this is too fucking vague. So that's why you get the feeling the money's moving funny.
Well, no, my thing is anybody who's actually boxing and not in math like me, they're not going to fucking understand this. And they're going to be like, oh, I get 54%. Oh, hell yeah, sign me on, sign me on. But it's of profit. If you don't make a profit, you don't get paid.
Okay. But I thought
that's why last time they didn't make a profit, nobody got fucking paid after they were paid for training.
Well, this time too, apparently, because this thing is
no. In this one, it's going to be worse. Nobody's going to get paid. The charity's not going to get paid, and it's all lost.
Do you have experience with lawsuits in this particular department, or not being involved, but knowing when people are going to get sued? In other words, I go, oh, somebody's going to get sued. Okay. Here's the thing, like if I thought I lost serious money in this or I wanted to join a class action, I wouldn't. Do you have to go after Clay to Crash, or can you rope Anissa, even though they're not a part of the project anymore? Can you rope Anissa?
It would depend on the structure. It would depend on the structure, how the organization is.
Or could you say, fuck it, I'm suing both. I'm not suing the thing, I'm suing them directly and have a chance. I'm suing Anissa and I'm suing Anissa and I'm suing Ian.
I don't know. I mean, if Creator Clash itself is a separate LLC, then probably you can't sue them because they have that entity protection.
Sure.
But I mean, I would want to look at it because this looks weird. Like again, last time they lost how much money?
Oh, they'd make a dime. They make a dime.
Nothing.
A ton, right?
A ton. They didn't make a dime. The only money they made.
Here's the question. Here's the question nobody's asking. Why are they running a charity event?
Yeah, I feel like everybody asked that.
Oh, well, I know why they're running a charity event.
No, but I mean, like it because it looks good. They can rake in money.
It's all just about clout. By the end of the day, I mean, like they were paying people's hotel.
Yeah,
hotel
but she's
rooms.
Let her finish. We all know that. She says we know that. That's a different kind of criticism. What are you saying?
What I'm saying is they're using this as a tax write-off on a loss. This business lost them money to the tune of what, $250,000 last time? How much are they raking in their other businesses? This is going to lower their taxes.
So that's why this and that makes perfect sense because this thing came out of nowhere.
Exactly. They're doing this to offset other income. So where are they getting the other income from? Her OnlyFans?
No, not enough. There's not
enough.
Right,
not enough.
There's plenty of skateboard porn out.
What else? There's skateboard porn out there.
There's plenty of
my God, Tommy, you're old enough to remember the old websites, like the paperclip porn websites, all that funny shit. You remember that?
No, I like watching girls get railed.
No, me too, but that's not what I'm saying. Like, remember we used to send each.
I'm old fashioned, but if I'm feeling frisky, maybe I'll type doggy style. White, blonde, blue eyes.
Yeah, those were the joke sites we used to send each other. It was like pictures of like paper clips and weird formations and stuff back in the early 90s.
I missed that whole thing. I'll be honest with you. Yeah, no, I missed. I must have missed that whole thing. I was.
Okay.
Early 90s.
Yeah.
Early 90s I was in high school. I'm 48. Early 90s I was in high school.
Okay. Well, I'm 44. We're not that far.
I didn't get internet until 95 when I was out of high school.
Oh, I was.
And I had
97 for me.
Yeah, I was out of high school when we got because AOL dropped to $20 a month. That was the first time. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. They owe $250,000. If they subtract Anissa's OnlyFans, they need $249,243.97. Too easy.
Right. But see that. But what I'm saying is like, and yes, I have done some forensic accounting. Yeah, I do that for work.
Okay.
Right right
we
now,
can only take your word for it. I can't stand. I don't know you. I can't stamp off on it. Yeah. But I mean,
well, no,
sure.
what I'm saying is you can actually look this. You can go and look this up. I mean, it's an offset. Like if you have this much loss in one business, you can carry it over. Do you know what I mean?
We would just ask AI. Let's be honest.
We'll just ask. I'm fucking stupid.
You can go to the IRS website and they'll tell you too.
Yeah, I'm barely smarter
AI is
than
easier.
These other commentators. I'm not as smart. I'm not as smart and sophisticated as Queeman. It's very difficult for me.
Oh God, I can't stand him. He's so dumb.
I know. Well,
I tried to talk to Queeman about
him,
but he's
you don't need. All I can tell you is the wisest thing I ever heard. You don't need people. He's tried it. There you go.
You don't need to socialize.
You don't need to socialize. He's tried it. You need internet and a lot of hate for Destiny, and you'll be happy.
And a wiggler.
Is that happiness?
And a
Is he just
wiggler.
foaming at the mouth?
And
a wiggler.
And a wiggler. All right, I got to take another call. Fletch is going to call me old and stupid. Talk to you later. Bye bye. Thanks for the call. Well, thanks for the call. I appreciate it. Well, you can. I don't take your word for it. I don't know. Fletch, what do you want? Let me hear this. Fletch?
What's going on?
Yeah, you're on the air.
No, really?
Mm-hmm.
No.
I just wanted to say a couple things. First of all, the hat you have on looks very gay. It has no.
Fuck off! I love this hat. Nobody. It's my original football team. What's that?
Why does it have no curve to it?
I don't know. I saw what's his name wearing hats like this, and I decided to do it myself.
Oh, really? He's probably gay too. Anyways.
No, he's not. He owns Wrexham. What's his name? McElhenney. I saw McElhenney wearing hats like this. I was like, I thought I'd do it myself.
That sounds gay. Anyways. Okay, like I saw this thing on Twitter earlier, the Creator Clash thing, but I have to actually wonder, like, does anyone actually did anyone watch it? Because I remember I was big into this shit back in the day. You remember this, and I didn't even watch it. Did people
The first one did well.
It was so boring.
The first one did well. Because nobody could fight. But that's not what it's about. It's just seeing your favorite influencers punch each other. I remember the one Scarce was in. That one was electric. To see
Scarce did it?
Dude, Scarce went out. His dad died a couple days earlier, and he
he won by a miracle mile.
And he broke his hand right before the fight. He lost the fight, but he was in there getting beat up by Rocky and standing up. It was the coolest shit I've ever seen.
Isn't he really fat too? He's really, I don't know. I didn't look.
Not anymore. Not by then. Not anymore.
Yeah, dude. He was way. I think you should do it. But I don't think it'd have anyone in the heavy.
I'm 49. It's over, and I have heart condition. Well, not a condition, but I have fucking a stint. That's my fighting
heart condition.
Pussy.
Gay hats. Always some excuse here.
You know what? I do have an excuse. I have to save my fight for something legitimate. I can't just fight for no reason. Like if somebody broke in a house.
Yeah, you're gonna do anything. You'd be half asleep.
No.
You'd be fucking sleep apnea machine on. You'd be like,
Hey, you might be right. I'd try if I was awake. I'd do something.
Be live.
No, honestly, though, it's actually funny because you'd be the guy I would never step to in a bar, but
yeah.
Well, because you're decently tall and you weigh 250 pounds, so you'd fucking absolutely clobber the shit out of me. But if I ever saw you in the shit, I'd be like, yeah, I could beat that fat fuck up.
Oh, okay.
It's a setting thing, you know. I would in a bar. I know you'd have
I have seen, and I don't know if I could do this or not. I haven't been in a fight in 20 years, right? Oh no, yeah. I got a fight in Iraq, but I lost my last one, so I retired.
Yeah, me too. I never won a fight. I never got the shit.
I have. That sucks. I won all my hockey fights. All fucking 5 of them. I won every one of my hockey fights. Mostly because I was taller than the other guys, to be honest with you. I can't skate with the shit. I can skate, but I'm not a good skater. You know what I mean? I won all my hockey fights. I have seen guys pick fights with middle-aged men and absolutely get fucking clobbered.
Oh,
and
dude,
these middle-aged guys, they're not like Joe Rogan. They're not trained or anything. They just the younger guys just didn't expect. They expected one punch and it'd be like high school. The guy fucking dips out, and you're punching a guy who's probably been punched before. You know, I've seen younger guys beat the shit out of middle-aged guys too. I have to say, I don't know if I'm that guy. I like to think I am.
I don't know. I feel like you could
somebody put look. I ain't a punk, you know, but I could beat up. If 3 of your friends came after me, you'd probably kick the shit out of me.
Oh no,
I ain't know.
That's different.
But you know,
one-on-one,
A one-on-one? I don't know. I'd get gas so quick. You know, and I would definitely.
Yeah, but it's
wait
like
for
a
the
bar fight. You're not like running around doing jujitsu, like fucking grappling with the
Bar
guy. You're like
fights-
throwing a couple haymakers and like fucking
Yeah,
throwing him over the
see, I
fucking
know-
bars.
But
Like,
see,
you know what
I
I mean?
know,
It's not like
but
that.
I know better not to throw a haymaker, and also know better to throw the first punch. Because here's the thing:
Oh,
I
yeah,
throw a
never do that.
haymaker. I vape all the time. Been smoking cigarettes forever. I'm out of gas. The best thing for me to do is let them swing away. Try to defend it as best I can, and wait till they get tired. Because even young guys will get tired. Once they're tired, chokehold.
Oh yeah, dude. Well, like if you've been drinking, though, that doesn't matter. You don't get tired.
Headlock. No, you don't think you get tired when you've been drinking.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. You got that adrenaline pumping, you know.
You
Anywho, I was just
you're
calling
ga-
you fat,
don't
like,
you
I
don't
was
feel you're gasping and you don't realize it. You're better off let the guy go, and then when he sees a little bit of gas, then move in. But you have to here's the thing: blocking punches hurts. You know,
Yeah, I don't really do too good with that.
You
Usually I
literally
just
have to
take it
get
like
like this, take the kicks, take the punch, and when you hear them gasp, then shoulder them. You know, that's the best you can do for somebody like me. Because if somebody's here's another thing: if some guy's in good shape, it's going to take longer for him to get tired, and eventually he's going to sneak a punch in. You know, but no, I ain't no punk. I'll try, but I don't know about it anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. You got to do something. Fucking, you got to get in a fight. I need to see you fight.
I don't want to get in a fucking fight at my age.
Do Creator Clash 4. How about we do fucking shot from the point? How about we do like spitting chicklets like?
No, I don't
like
care
for
about
like SFTP, we'll get like Jeff against like pick the biggest guy.
I'm losing.
We'll get like you against like the oldest guy.
I gotta get a front tooth removed soon.
For what?
It's fucking old. It's gotta go.
What's wrong? Is it dead?
It's wiggling right
Are you
now.
getting like a fake one? Or are you just gonna rock like you're gonna look sick like a like a hockey player?
I gotta go. I'm trying to get work, so I gotta get it fixed. It's gonna be expensive.
Oh, you're trying to get like a real job?
Yeah, I'm done. I've been
I
done
didn't know
for
you were
months.
doing that.
I've been done.
I thought
for
you were gonna be
months.
like a garbage man.
I can't be a garbage man here. I'm not Turkish.
I don't know. That's what you said you'd always do if you fucking crashed
it was
out.
I got a big surprise for you. It was a joke then.
No, I don't fucking know.
I wouldn't mind.
You know that New York City. You would know. You grew up in
I
New
was
York.
like 39 when I was like, I probably could have been a garbage man back then. You know, it's still pretty.
Do you know
strong.
that
I
like
wasn't
New York
really
City
that
garbage
big.
men make like
I know.
$100,000 a year?
That's kind
That's
of
crazy, yeah.
Yeah, but it's a corrupt business. You got to know somebody, and it's usually ethnically kind of run. Everybody's looking out for their own.
No, I don't think it's ethical. I think you do got to know someone because it's like everyone wants to do it.
Yeah, and you got to know. How do you know somebody?
You do 20 years
through family.
You do 20 years, you get $100,000.
Let me tell you something. It's like McDonald's in the States, right? All the Indians own McDonald's. You know why? Because in order to get a McDonald's built, you have to get permission to get the franchise approved by the other McDonald's that are in the area. So what they do is they reject all McDonald's unless one of their family members or one of their other Indian buddies buys, and they get to get the McDonald's franchise, which is guaranteed money. It's like printing money.
Dude, somebody said in the chat, you take the
you know what
test
else
and
is
get
like
in New York
that? You know, in New York City and Chicago, from what I understand too, you got to have some connection to being like Irish American. It's tough to be.
Really?
So, oh yeah, Jack.
Well, I guess all that's just like union shit, right? Like,
yeah. And who runs the fucking my grandfather was a union leader. You know, I mean,
Oh,
like
was
all
he?
the Irish.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess, dude,
he was a Democrat and a union leader, if you believe that. You know.
Well, that was all the union people back then. They were Democrats. Or
Yeah.
like, switched up.
No,
No,
my grandfather switched up is because the guys that were coming in he said were commies. You know, and he was never a Republican, but
Carthy Woodshop?
no, they were commies. It was back in the 60s. And so that's when he's like, they're all a bunch of commies. You know? All right, get out of here. I'll talk to you later.
Fuck you.
Bye. Lynn was first, but I want to take the other guy. Fuck Lynn. He says mean things about me. New guy, you're on the air. Who's that? BMX Beats. Go ahead.
Hey, how's it going, man?
It's good. How are you? How can I help you?
Doing good, man. So I just tuned in, so I don't know what you guys were talking about this second.
Go ahead. What do you want to talk about?
Well, I kind of want to talk about the iDub shit and the Creator Clash thing, and I don't know if you guys have already covered this.
We already did, but
Go
open
ahead.
phone. Open phones. Go ahead.
I don't know. What do you think they're still like taking a check or taking some sort of like benefit? If
I couldn't speculate on that. I couldn't speculate on that.
Hey,
doing-
BMX, how's your day going, man? How are you
going
doing
good.
today?
It's going
What
good.
did
man.
what did you do today?
I had work for the most part of the day. I got home like 2 hours ago.
Nice, dude. Are you
Guy-
going to play some games later?
Sorry, what?
Are you gonna play some games later?
Yeah. I mean, I play games.
Dude, the new DLC for Elden Ring came out.
You know this
guy? I don't play Elden Ring. I played it once and I wasn't a fan. And I returned it.
What are you guys talking about? Am I going to answer the question or not? Am I missing something here, Vol? Is this a joke that
I'm just trying to.
All right, fine.
I don't know, man.
I couldn't speculate what you're saying what or not because I don't know what's true. Nothing would shock me less if there's something shady going on. Let me just put it that.
Can I ask you this then? Have you seen anything that would like make you think that they are?
No, and I couldn't say that to begin with. I could get sued if I'm wrong.
Okay.
So I wouldn't say that to begin with. But nothing would shock me less. Nothing.
Yeah, same here. Okay, wait. I mean, yeah, that's the only thing I was really trying to ask about was the
I could see a situation where these guys are going, we're doing such a good thing, we need to get paid, you know, and this whole thing was a business from the jump. I could totally believe that, but I can't say that until I know it 100%.
Yeah, I'm assuming you guys saw
these
that.
Are like
Beast
to
thing,
me
right?
when it gets to this kind of level, YouTube drama, I do have to be a little careful. You know, I mean, if you ask me offline and not a public setting, yeah, I'd probably say something a little different, you know, and tell you what, but it would only be speculation. You know, it would be anything, fact. You know, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't get fucking sued. Fuck that shit. You know, but yeah,
hey, fair enough. You don't want to be in the same boat as them. They're probably getting sued.
Yeah. What? The woman that just came on, assuming she says she is, and I have no reason to doubt it. Basically says that no, they're probably good.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they dipped. They have no part of the project anymore, and they got like LLC protection and stuff like that.
And that's just assuming they actually dipped and didn't just say they dipped. Because as far as I know, they didn't even. No one has, other than the guy in the email. There's not an actual person taking like responsibility for what's going on right now, right?
No, not that for what I say. All I've heard is it's in good hands. You know, not half the fighters left, and we had to move it, and all the people that got hotels and planes are fucked. You know, I would. You know,
you can go to LA in October.
Yeah, I suppose.
You saw that, right?
Yeah, I did. It's not happening. It's gonna get canceled. There's something I will comfortably speculate on. It's never gonna happen. How about that? All right.
All right, man.
I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.
They should have done it at October 7th. They could have like done a whole
anniversary. That'd have been hysterical. Lynn, you're on the air.
What did I ever do to you, Tommy?
You mean? I don't know. I like
mean?
I enjoy when people are mean to me. But go ahead.
I think a couple of points. I think Jade is onto something. She was onto something, definitely.
I think so too. I'm just too stupid.
I've had a few acquaintances who've done that trick before. Let's put it that way.
Really?
It's very common. It's surprisingly common. You can do it with anything. It doesn't even have to be an event. Like the good old insurance fraud. It happens a lot, you know.
I suppose, but you can't accuse them of doing
Allegedly.
anything like that. Yeah, and stuff like that. Be careful.
No. I would never accuse anybody of anything. Not that I'm anyone of any note anyway.
Nothing. Doesn't. Well, I don't want to get sued, so I can't sign off on it. You can say what you want.
That is
I can't sign off.
completely fair. No. Yeah, I am completely unrelated to Tommy C.
I will say this. I will say this because I have every right in the world, and I don't think I get sued for being suspicious. I was after talking to Froggy Fresh, and what the person got the fight of the night. That whole thing was really sus to me. But is there any evidence there? And another thing is their reaction was like, I can't believe people accused us of this, that, and the other thing. It didn't go off, and sometimes things fail. Their reaction to it was like, but sometimes, you know, maybe I'm reading into it. I don't know.
No. I think you brought it up there, the fight of the night. That's another thing I've been thinking about slightly. Nobody's really been talking about like what's their position, what's their salary, how much have they been pocketing for them and their friends, and so forth and so on. I think just this whole thing has just been a giant grift, and that's why a third is happening, because the second one was apparently successful.
You know, another thing is like, what's the thing? Don't misplace a corruption where incompetence can explain or some shit like that. I forget the saying. I could totally believe that Anissa is such a dipshit that she could do something illegal by accident. Nothing
Oh, yeah,
would
for
surprise
sure.
me
I mean,
less. You know,
lots of people do.
But because did you see what I said before when she came on? I say I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't have any experience like this. Anissa is one of those people, and I could get a vibe from that will pretend she knows when she doesn't. And I could see
100%,
that
100%.
attitude will get you in a shit ton of trouble in life. You know, there's always these guys like nobody knows. Nobody. People have trouble saying this, and I probably have points in my life. I don't know.
Everybody does to some extent.
Yeah,
I think
everybody
that's like
does
a
that. Like
common
nobody
thing for a
wants to
lot of
say
people.
it. Well, I heard or I read, and all of a sudden you're fucking a resident expert. You know, and you're not speculating. You're speaking truth, and maybe you're sincere. Maybe you'd pass a lie detector, but it's completely fucking wrong. Don't confuse incompetence with malice. Yeah, that's it. Thank you, Wookie Z. Yeah. Yes, grifts aren't fraud technically. Technically, I'd have to see it. IRS doesn't care though. That's a good point. Yeah, you know,
the IRS might get them.
You know what gets me the
this
most?
up.
You know what gets me the most about the whole thing is that we didn't hear about a Creator Crash 3, and then all of a sudden, pop, and then Jade comes in here and says it looks like they're trying to pay off the previous one. Because I remember when we first heard about Creator Crash 3, and everybody's like, "Are you kidding me? What rational thing? Why would anybody do this if the last one was such a failure?" I would have said comfortably, there will never be a Creator Crash 3. Never. No one's going to get behind it.
I mean, you could see that just from the views on his videos. People forgot about him after he did the whole saying "I'm sorry" for like everything, forever, always.
So
Then
this thing-
people stopped kind of watching him,
This
and then
thing
this popped up. Yeah,
This pops up out of fucking nowhere. It's a fucking mess. You know, I mean, here's another thing too. Like is he really stupid? And I don't think he's stupid. His videos used to be tight. He seemed to be a person that was very, very much self-aware and conscious, and I guess optically driven by for lack of a better word. And all of a sudden, it's just gone. Or is he lying? Is he grifting?
bit of both.
I don't know.
Bit of both.
I don't know. I don't know how people turn stupid overnight. But you know what though? Remember, does anybody remember the name Steve Shives? Put a one in the chat.
Yeah.
Hey,
I remember being blocked by him.
Everybody's
Hashtag
blocked.
blocked by Steve. Yeah, everybody.
Anybody?
Yeah, me too.
Does
Yeah, I got
anybody
blocked by
remember the name Steve Shives? All right. Steve Shives was a target of Amazing Atheists and a lot of other people in Gamergate and what have you, because he was just such a
Good old times.
wacko SJW type, right? Well, here's the thing. And I remember, who's the guy? Bering found the video, and it was bizarre. Steve Shives has this video out there. It's black and white. It's in the very, very early days of YouTube. And he's in a hoodie. He looks good. He looks healthy, right? Looks kind of tough. Steve Shives. And he's talking about free speech in a way that, I don't know, any reasonable liberal or conservative would feel about free speech. Completely opposite to the way that he views it now and did back during the Gamergate days, right? It's almost like it's a different person. And I remember watching Bering's video and he at some point he says, "Who is this guy?" Because it didn't look like the meek, henpecked, woke douchebag that can't take criticism that he was. He looked like the cool liberal that you wouldn't be surprised if you found a bunch of George Carlin records in his house. And he was just a bitch. And he's a bitch now too, I'm sure. Hey, we can look at his tweets. Hold on a second. They changed everything. I don't know what Steve Shives is. How do you spell his name? How do you spell his name?
I think it's Steve, like Steve and then Shives. Pretty sure it's just that.
Steve Shives. There is it. Steve.
Yeah.
We're 50% dyslexics in here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's him. Yeah.
Really? He's only got 12K following him. Oh God. I mean, this.
Well,
guy
you're blocked by him, so.
Yeah, of course. I said something goofy to him too, but like that's a 10-year-old blocking, like literally.
Well, yeah, I didn't say anything. I think it was just because I had followed
I
like
said
the
something
Amazing
to him. I
Atheists
forget
and
what it
Drunken
was.
Peasants.
I cracked the joke.
Yeah, I didn't say shit.
Yeah, him tries to be good. Yeah, but
I don't
this
think I'm
video,
blocked on this account.
he's like in black and white. He's in kind of a hoodie. Looks like a regular working class dude. Actually, he looks kind of filled out too. And he sounds like totally reasonable and intelligent. And now he's just a soy boy. I think it's pictures from a couple years ago too. I don't think this is recent. You know, and there's all this weird Star Trek shit on here. It just completely, and that's kind of what Ethan reminds me of now. I think once you go into this, something happens to you or something. I don't know what it is. Yeah, I'm not trying to bring. I know fucking Versus laugh at me. I'm not trying to bring up Gamergate for the sake of Gamergate, but I mean, there does seem to be a transformation when you buy into this shit, and it's not.
If you
masculine.
break something apart,
break
something apart. It's pretty hard to put it back together again.
Is that what you think? She broke him.
Like, I think.
Yeah, he. By the way, his wife.
To a certain extent.
Isn't that? Am I wrong? Am I wrong, Jeannie? His wife's supposedly a monster, right?
That's what I know. I'm pretty sure she was, because I remember hearing about it was that was why.
Let's get.
See him.
I need
like,
Jeannie
dying
2.0. Jeannie 2.0.
No.
Hey, Jeannie 2.0, are you there? Jeannie 2.0, are you there? Oh, we got
just as useless as the first one.
Hey, Jeannie 2.0, are you there?
Fuck you, man.
What happened to my fucking speaker? It's like ringtone, AI assistant. All right. Okay, are you there, Jeannie 2.0? Speak.
I'll probably be faster than fucking Genie 2.0. The first thing that pops up is wife.
Why is it so quiet?
They divorced.
They divorced? Yeah, I knew it was coming.
I think so.
Yo, she was awful to him. They divorced.
She found someone bigger and blacker and something like that, I guess.
She would.
Yeah, in 2020.
If I remember correctly, she got out at the right time, right before COVID. She was awful to him.
Oh, God. Those types during COVID, man. Oh, no.
She probably hooked up. He had a decent following for a long time. Like, he used to be he was like the original Amazing Atheist. Steve Shives. And I remember seeing a couple videos where she looks at him, she looks disgusted. It's like, it was nightmare fuel.
Yeah.
You know, if you were ever married, especially if you're a dude. You know.
I think he cheated on her. And that
don't blame him.
Yeah.
Don't blame him. And she looked exactly like you think she looked. The glasses, the fucking colored hair, the whole fucking nine.
Remember, guys, this guy could get laid twice.
But this
always have luck.
It was a fundamental. I mean, he even this is how old school he was. He still calls himself a social justice advocate. After SJW became like an ad hom, everybody dropped that. He still he still rocks it.
Probably thinks that's his peak right after, right during Gamer.
I bet if you talk to him, he would tell you he's a big YouTuber. He was completely delusional, kind of like Ian is now. It's before your time, Gus Gaming, way before your time. But yeah, so that's what kind of Ian reminds me of Steve Shives. It's just freaking crazy.
He does, but somehow even more pathetic. Like, just so many unnecessary, gross, disgusting details I know about this person, completely unwillingly.
Yeah. Oh, because of his wife? Yeah.
Yes.
Well, maybe he has a certain maybe certain men have a certain profile type that get attracted to women like that in politics. I don't know. These type.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, we all have a type.
The way I see them,
so the redheads.
She's trying to move up socially, and he's trying to fill a void. I think he woke up one day, and this does happen to famous people a lot, and does happen to artists. And I would never say he's not a good artist or not talented or anything like that. He woke up one day and said, I got all this. What's it all for? And then he started realizing that he's a professional clown, which he is. And I don't say that with any kind of malice or anything or hate or thing. But when you're on YouTube and you make jokes, you're a clown. You're a comedian. You're and he found it empty. And people like that, especially if they're in love, and especially if it's your first girlfriend at 25 or 30 or whatever, you can be molded, bro. Molded. Molded.
Can't you? You're almost set up to be. Like, there's no way you can't be.
I want to see something else on Steve Shives. Hold on a second. Does he still make videos? Let's see what he looks like now. Back to Steve Shives. This guy was always really fascinating to me. Oh, he's just doing Trump always chickens out 21 hours ago. Oh, let's check this out. 3 hours ago. Oh, he's still oh, he lost a lot of weight. He looks different. He looks older. He's elderly now. He didn't look elderly. Oh, no, he looks all right there. Asking AI companies not to steal content is implausible, apparently. Yeah, let's check out the trunk video.
Who doesn't love a good taco? I'm sure you do.
He's aged a bit. He's in his 50s now, I guess, right?
I'm gonna double check.
I love a good taco. You know who else loves a good taco? Wall Street. And I realize this may be...
What's that? Same age as me?
He's 45.
Oh,
No, he's 45.
Come on. I don't want to look great, but do I look better than him? Look happier than him. Do I look better than him?
You don't look like you have your soul gone.
No.
He looks a bit malnourished as well.
I have in common with people who work on Wall Street,
really
but I think we can find common ground in this one instance. I love a taco, and they love a taco as well. Although the taco that Wall Street traders seem to really like
got 27,000 views on this. I mean, he used to get like serious views, but still,
is a lot different than what I picture in my head when I hear the word taco. I will explain. There are a couple of articles that I'm going to share with you to explain this, just in case you don't know what the hell I'm talking about. This first one is from Market Watch by William Watts. Headline,
Did his voice change?
Might be the mic. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's just the mic because he sounds the same to me. Like I get the same kind of inflection.
Well, you're more into this community.
I think it's just a mic.
Trump always chickens out trade is the talk of Wall Street. Here's one way to play it. From the article, let's hear it for the taco trade.
This is terribly fucking boring. But...
I hate this so much.
It's terrible. All right, let's talk about technical.
Not high enough for this.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I don't even smoke pot. So technicals had for somebody who's gotten everything wrong, for somebody who doesn't know what they're fucking talking about, I have managed to get in technicals video and get him to respond to me. And the thing, it's the same theme as the segment he did in the video. Shut up, don't talk. Never addresses what I said. It does it again, same thing again. Tommy is uniquely stupid and can barely spell. Well, I can barely spell, but I think I'm pretty smart. The DMs are in the video. Yes, I know the DMs are in the video. You said I didn't do my fucking research and use clips prior to the video to show how stupid I was. I can't check your personal DMs with hacks to prove without a doubt that you weren't for evidence.zip. I can, however, use the public tweets you made promoting evidence.zip. You were somewhat critical of it, but you promoted it. All you had to do was watch the full thing to research, or did watch the full thing, but you skipped ahead just like I thought I would. I didn't. That's a lie. I didn't skip ahead. I went right to the part. I did the entire section in the beginning. I mean, it's on. You obviously didn't watch it. Did you do your research? I did the entire reason why he got banned. Actually, I think one of the last thing I covered was my part, and then I put the part in where you're 100% correct, where these fucking cruel bastards that went to his funeral. So that's a stone lie. You're drunk, predictable, mediocre, and failed to do anything else besides be a side character your whole career. I don't know. I never got to be Zero's companion. Saw you mention retiring, dying channel. Saw you mention retiring your dying channel and getting a real job. Maybe you should get on that. Well, I'm on it, but I could still talk about you. So everything here is shut up, okay? Everything here is shut up. So, and this is the other thing he's pulling. Like, all right, I made the statement that he pushed evidence.zip. He came back and replied to that and said, no, I didn't. Here are my private DMs. Do your research. Does that make any sense to you? No, it doesn't. It doesn't make any sense. Here's also what I said. Tech publicly gassed up hacks. Well, your DMs kind of prove that. 100% tech. Your DMs prove that because you told him it wasn't a good idea privately, but you promoted it publicly, and we put those tweets. We put those tweets out that you haven't mentioned in my stream that you supposedly watched. Because you clearly didn't know that I watched a good portion and all of the stuff that was relevant to my criticisms. I don't have to put every little thing in there like you're such shoehorning of zero in. It has nothing to do with my fucking criticisms. You publicly pushed evidence.zip. We have the receipts on the stream. Made an ass of himself a funeral. I did the research. I watched it. What part of your video are you going to timestamp to show that you didn't make an asshole of yourself? I don't know. So you pushed it. We proved it. You publicly gassed up prop. You proved it with the DMs and the public tweets that you omitted. And then I'm hearing this. Tech omitted repeated hack suicide threats. Now this has been responded to with like, no, he didn't, and use the DMs again. Yes, he put the suicide threats out there, but apparently hacks would make those apologies, threaten suicide, and delete. Make the apologies, threaten suicide, and delete. Make the apologies, threaten suicide, delete. I know why that was omitted because that makes the TOs correct. 100% correct. You can't have somebody suicidal in a kid's video game tournament. That's it. That's it. He has yet to address any of this because he's not trying. Somebody probably came to Hack and said, "Hey, listen, I know that guy's an asshole, but he did have, tweets of you publicly kind of. It does look like you're supporting evidence.zip." No, I didn't. And then he posts this, right? So this is something I have more question about. Now, I would like to change this, but I won't portray my former stuff. You definitely didn't show the people how often he was threatening suicide. The threatening suicide makes the ban legitimate. You will answer none of that. And I love it. I love it that I rattled you. And I'm going to keep rattling you. I'm going to keep doing it. This whole thing is, shut up, Tommy, shut up. You're making a fool of yourself. Get on, get a job, you drunk. Your friend's dead, and you were the guy that was supposed to help him. Your lawsuit didn't go anywhere. The only thing you managed to do is get what's-his-face off. I can never remember his name. Williams. Yeah, it's Guy Williams. Otherwise, you're doing exactly what I predicted 5 years ago. You're preaching to the same choir, and you're never going to move out of there. You might act like you're above commentary, but you would love to get out of there. I know it. But you're not going to get out of there because you got zero hanging behind you, because that was a ridiculous defense. Everybody told you that. You decided never to stab me in the back by not supporting you. And I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about the other commentators that are much bigger than I am. I know you pulled that shit in your video. So why don't you address or tell me the time step where any of these three things that I said that you could have challenged in your video are untrue? Debunk it. Come on, buddy. I know you can do it. You're smart. I'm not in your weight class. I think you're going to continue to call me a drunk. So I'm going to continue to take shots. See ya. So there you go. That's all I really want to do with tech. Whatever. Oh yeah, I got a million people screaming at me. You know what I think too? Like, certainly I'm getting ratioed and all that other shit. I don't know how much I care because I am retired. Like, what is this with people trying to tell me, like, it's almost like a fear thing. Look, you're going to get ratioed. Look, you're going to look stupid. Look, you're like, I've been doing this forever. This is not as viable as it used to be, clearly. But why would some kind of fear of losing money or respect scare me away? I've got nothing to lose. There's nothing to lose.
I mean, like, just that
nothing.
Community.
Here's what you have to lose. Nobody with a fucking room temperature IQ could look at your defensive zero and that fucking video and think that goddamn hacks belonged in front of kids. Or in any fucking public thing. He was suicidal. So the rest of the normal world, believe me, Queenman would jump on this if he could. The rest of the normal world, but the only people that could support this are fucking retarded. Threatening suicide is no reason to keep somebody away from a tournament. Oh, you win. Jesus. All right. No more calls? We're done?
We might have one.
Well, there is a guy who's Vault's working on getting his mic working. So I don't know.
Max Stryker? Was Mom Max?
Totally.
Oh, it is. It is. That's exactly what it is. It's peak autism. And that's what he's counting on everybody being autistic. I'm not. And most of the people listen to me. Some of the people who listen to me aren't.
This only matters if you have autism and this
really
particular kind
it
of
really
autism.
doesn't.
And
like I saw somebody say, like you were like the DMs. He said, guy, you can't sit there and say you failed at research when the DMs are a private conversation. You can't research a private conversation. That was way to move the goalposts. you can't penetrate that. There's no way to penetrate that.
That's all text arguments are. It's their emotion.
Yeah, it's all emotion based. It's all emotion based.
And you can't argue with emotion, especially when it's like he knows so much about this community and you know next to nothing about it. And no matter how much research you do, you'll never
here's the thing. I don't need to know a lot about the Smash community to know that he made a jackass and uses that his friend's status as a platform to get back at fucking other enemies. I don't need one to do that. I can evaluate and make my opinion based on that. I don't need to know much about the community to know that he pushed evidence.zip too. I don't need to know much about the community to figure out that he gassed him up. None of those things are a requirement to have a deep knowledge about the community. Not one thing.
Oh, no, I get that. Well, my point is more on the lines of just like, that's his argument all the time. It's like, you just don't know anything. It's like, no, we don't. In comparison to you, we know next to nothing.
Honestly, it's 14 pages over and over again. That's all it is. 14 pages, 14 pages, 14 pages, 14 pages. That's all it is.
That guy got a girlfriend and immediately stopped being a tart. Did you notice that?
Who? No, that's not true. That's not true. He's been tardy since.
I haven't seen anything about him.
He comes once a month. He swings at Deorio. It's funny.
He does.
It's been about a month. Yeah, about 2 months.
People have just sort of stopped covering him. Like, there's no point because he just keeps going.
Well, yeah, no, because what he does, if you point out some bullshit, he said, "No, I already debunked it." If you point out if you criticize him, and he said, "I've already debunked this criticism," listen to the 7-hour stream, which is the same thing as you don't know anything about the community. All right, what happened to that guy?
It's completely meaningless. Completely meaningless. I know nothing of these like Smash players. I saw the funeral. That's the first time I heard about this guy. That's all you need to know.
Well, here's the thing.
You don't need to know anything else about
I don't know. I wonder if what's his face gets this or not. Tack. That you're a normie. When you see that, you're like, this place is fucked. That's it. And they could pull up the sort of teenage. Well, you don't understand, man. It's not going to ride, and at this point, it's so fruitless too because nothing's going to bring him back, and nothing's going to make Leffen move down in status. They're just going to fucking stew and be angry about it. They're going to, I hate to say this, as the kids say, cope and seethe. What was that guy you're trying to get?
Listen, fuckhead.
I thought it was actually Max. I just said, wait, is that him? I'm gonna go check. It kind of sounded like him. The voice was a bit.
You pussy! Get in here. That'd be interesting. That'd make the stream great.
I don't think it was him though. I'm not too sure because I'm trying to confirm it right now.
Have I ever talked to him?
Max. He has been a little bit quiet, hasn't he?
Yeah, because he actually.
I'm like trying to confirm it with a bunch of people who they are friends with.
Like, I didn't even really cover the second video that much. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Only covered the stuff that was...
Maybe he's got annoyed by that. Who knows?
The only thing that he did that interests me is he showed that fucking Mutahar he's like Bobax. He just like...
No, it's not Max. Not Max.
Oh, well.
It's not Max. I just confirmed it.
Call in fake Max. I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you.
That's Beckett's editor, actually.
Beckett's editor, get in here.
Yeah.
Replace he. What's wrong with him? Why won't he talk to me?
Oh, I asked him, "Do you want to call in?" He said, "No. I just want to check." I said, "Well, your mic works."
No, you big pussy.
Then said, "Okay," and he just left.
Okay. Oh God, it's 4:00 in the morning. You know? It's 5 for you.
Yeah.
Are you gonna be all screwed up tomorrow, Jeannie?
No, I don't have. My thing isn't until 3:30. So.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna stay up all day and fucking take care of Tommy.
Oh my God.
Yeah, the sun's about to go up.
I'm gonna try and get some sleep at least.
I don't know if I ever not. I'll probably, you know what I'll do? I'll start watching TV and I'll fall asleep and then I'll wake up and there'll be Fortnite on the TV. I don't know, or some shit like that. Actually, I want to take him around and kick the ball around a little bit. His mother's taking off in a couple hours. His mom's taking off in a couple hours, and it's daddy's night out. I'm gonna go do something too. Yeah. That'd be awesome. I just dropped like $300 on his euros on his soccer camps. Ugh.
Yeah, that shit's really expensive.
I need to get him more money. That's
that's what I was gonna say. I just remember the last one. You should become a forklift driver.
If I'm going to retire, how come nobody realizes that you could do this for free? Like, you could still upload for free, and I could still say wild shit and not have to fucking burn any bridges or anything. I could say more wild shit now. I mean, it doesn't matter. The only thing I would never do is if I thought something hurt Willie, Nick, or Tom, or Augie, or anybody else that was like friendly with me. I wouldn't pull an Ethan Klein and say, "Speak out for me." It's the only thing I do. Don't retire. Then have someone. I'm not like retire as far as like counting on the money. That's what I'm doing. I don't know. Vault had a really good idea that I really should like guys like Mrexon and stuff like that. I should really start doing stuff like private streams for them and stuff like that. I guess I just we'll figure out a way to make it
kind of just focusing on them a little bit.
Focus on the guys because I still get like no matter what I still get a pretty decent amount because I got a decent amount of members. So, even if nobody watches or just they watch, so I do feel a little bit obligated to some extent. But I mean, I did this for free for no money or no real money until from 2011 to 2016. Why would I quit? Like quit? Oh, I could think of if something happened like what happened to Lyrics, then I'd do it for shizzle. Yeah, if something happened to me like Lyrics or something happened to me like Connor, I was like, guys, I gotta bring as much money as possible, and this other thing is popping off. That's it. And I just don't have the time to do it anymore, and I can't give you 100%. That's it. Ghost Gaming. I'm not making money from this. Yeah, I mean, I don't understand. Like, I think the fear is when you're a content creator is if you pick the wrong fight that you'll lose fans and lessen your income. I don't have that issue. You can pretty much trust from here on in. Have I omitted stuff in the past? Yes. Have I tried to protect my income? Yes. Well, now you know I'm pretty much telling you how I feel 100%. It was like 90% last time, but I had to do stuff for political reasons. And all those other fucking jackasses can act like they don't do it. But they do. They do the same shit. I think PPP was like the best example. So there you go. Steve says, personal announcement. My wife Ashley and I are divorcing. Steve Shaw. All right, let's do Pat's again.
All right.
3 hours.
Did you see IDubbbz's Reddit statement regarding?
Yeah, we already read. Looks like he's shaking. That's what it looks like to me.
Why wouldn't he be?
He's shaking.
That's how he always looks.
Looks like Steve Shives.
He's getting railed in the ass by his wife so many times.
Steve Shives.
Getting pegged.
I think you might be onto something there.
She admitted it.
Well, she didn't say. Everybody's saying she tried. We don't know what she tried.
I mean, based on the context of the whole riding a dildo, on a train.
Yeah, with the context of that, she could have meant she tried to get him to kiss a guy, or said he could, or I don't know. I don't care if he wants to do fucking that stuff. If that makes him feel better than to fill his void, then go right ahead. Far from me to judge it. Nesquik, Oprag, fill the void. Nesquik, Oprag, Mexon. Good point, Lynn. That's pretty funny. Mexon V, William Bones, Blue Jacket, Cody Grill, Final Flash, G-Man, Ghost Gaming, Little Manly, Not Your Typical Panic Pun, Taylor D, Tommy C's Cat, Trippy Savage, Genie, Picklington, That's all, folks. Keep it coming. Appreciate you. It's just a dildo of buds. It's like whatever. Yeah.
The part of me that believes that she goes, honey, it's pegging time.
He
goes, oh boy.
I had a bi guy tell me this a long time ago. If you're a bi man, you can only ever go out with bi women after that. Or like girls that literally don't care. And he said those girls are few and far between. I think he was more into dudes though, so I don't know. Take what it's worth. And then I know somebody's in the chat. Well, my friend, I know. I'm just telling you about my friend. Whatever. I'm not saying I'm authority on the shit, but I don't know. It's my experience with women. It's no way goes a. They don't like it. Maybe Anissa does.
Cora's has asked you a question.
What does he want?
How much money to go for another hour?
And do what?
He could go fuck himself.
No.
I know.
Do what?
No, he's just fucking. He's just fucking around. I'm talking in DMs.
Actually, I have the strength to go another hour. I've fucking loaded on coffee. I don't got nothing for you. I feel like I'm ripping people off. You know what? I'll blame Nick Deorio about covering.
Yeah. Stolen valor.
Ethan is on Destiny.
I mean, that's another reason you got to know I'm fucking doing this because I love it. I'm going up against Nick right now. That's insane. It's one of the advantages of living in Europe. You know, here's another thing too. Like, let's talk about switching times. I might have to go up against him. That sucks. There you go. Well, nobody called. We're out of here.
This goes beyond this for them, though. I think.
Like, what do you mean? What do you mean?
This is their life. This is their life. This is everything they ever think about. That's why it matters.
Well, who are we talking about? Who are we talking about now?
Technicals, etc., etc.
Yeah, it is. You know, it's not even their life. It's getting bad. It's getting even with Leffen.
It's about rebuilding the community that he remembers from when he was younger. That's what it really is.
Oh, that's chasing a fucking dragon.
Yeah, but I think I mentioned this to you before, but it was like, that was the reason why he like gasses up evidence.zip 2. This is the reason why he's on this like hate train of Leffen. He just, it's nothing but hate for Leffen. And you can never see the end of the line of hate with this guy.
I think the good thing is, look, I've gotten wars with people before too. But, and you want to get the better of them. I get all that, but how many years this has been going on? Like Leffen's first evidence.zip came out like 2012? And you're calling me fucking gay for goofing on you? Jesus Christ! He needs like
it's a one-sided war.
I like this too. Like Leffen needs to be brought to accountability. Like, no, he doesn't. It's not like he's in like the Trump administration or anything. He's just a fucking douchebag.
He's an asshole. Is what he is.
Oh, he really is an asshole. He's right about that. But I mean,
all right, that's really all they have on him is that he's a bit of an asshole.
No, it's more than that. It's like all like that stupid ass and Queen talking about rape machines and stuff like that. It's more than it appears. No, you're fucking stupid. You're weird. You know, that's what it is. All right. I'm gonna go into. Lynn, do you have you have a fucking thing. I'm going to go into voice chat one, and you guys want to come in and bullshit with me, feel free. I'm going to go upstairs. I'm going to get some ice water or some shit like that. And that's it.
Ice water.
Yeah. Oh! I got an ice machine, Genie. You know all my ice machines are broke because the water's too hard here? Well, I got this chemical that gets all the hard water crap, like residue, out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I'm not running it 24/7. I'm not running it. Oh, it is rock hard.
Vinegar?
It is rock.
That's the same here.
It's the
same here. You can see it in the glass.
I have gone through. Well, we're probably in the same water system, me and you, right? Probably going to work.
That's
in the
kind
same
of
place.
the same.
Yeah, it's probably the same one. Like, I've gone through 3 ice machines. all the reviews in these ice machines in the States are fine, right? Well, and I got them cheap. I got them on fucking like Amazon, right? All the reviews in Germany is they break. And they have all broken on me, and it's all the hard water. So I got this chemical, I don't run it. I mean, it's going to break eventually, but I paid $50 for this one, so I don't really give a shit. I'm trying to get like 2 years out of it. You know what I mean? But I love ice machines because they don't do ice. They don't do ice. Under 2 years. They don't do ice over here. They don't put ice in your Coke. They don't put. It's fucking nuts.
It's ridiculous. That's why I argue with people all the time. Is they're so scroungy on their ice. Like
as a European, it's lame. Horrible. More ice.
I love ice water. Man.
Ice
it's so refreshing. It's so refreshing. You know. And I remember when I had to fight to get my first ice machine. I can't believe I'm allowed. You know why I'm allowed? When I was, let's get an ice machine. No, that's stupid. No, let's get an ice machine. That's ridiculous. You know, because she's European and what have you. And I got it, and it got really easy to use ice after that. And then she never said anything. And now I've been allowed to buy 2 ice machines that are broken. You know, but this ice machine says you can use a little detergent to scrub it. The other ones recommended you didn't, which I always found a little. So what I do is when I break it down, I basically I give it the once a week cleaning. So if I use it that day, I give it the once a week cleaning. And then once a week I'll use the chemical to break up the things. I have to run my coffee machine 3 times. I have to do 3 blanks to get a good cup of padded coffee, because then it comes out all fucked up because the water's so hard. Yeah. Do you have to do that too? Do you have those machines like you put the little 2 pads in for coffee, Lynn?
Fucking awful. Fucking
so
awful.
I have to run it like 3 times.
You pour yourself a cup of water here. You leave it on the table long enough, like I don't know, like half a liter glass of water. There'll be like a millimeter or 2 of just calcium at the bottom, just floating there.
Well, I haven't seen that, but it definitely fucks up my machinery.
Oh, it fucks up everything around. I live in an old ass house, and it's awful here.
Well, what is hard water exactly? Like, what is that? Like,
it's just calcium.
It's calcium.
Yeah, it's
all it is, calcium. But well, does it come in with natural water more so than like the refined water? Because I live in Wiesbaden. Well, I live in Wiesbaden.
It depends on the water source and then how much you filter it. Like some places will have more calcium.
Oh, so they don't. So they just don't filter it as much as they do in the States.
Yeah, we filter the fuck out of our water.
Oh yeah,
filter more for some things and less for a bunch of others.
I got you.
So like, is this just like tap water?
Yeah.
We
use tap water for coffee.
Why just use bottled? I guess.
It's a pain in the ass.
Or get a cooler.
That's what my wife told me to do. I was like, it's such a pain in the ass. And it's expensive after a while. Well, hard water is better for you. It's got more minerals. Yeah, I've heard that for liquid milk.
Yeah, and fucking fluoride.
Fluoride. That's why the English have bad teeth. I don't know. That's what I was told. They don't have bad teeth like they used to. Like back in the 90s, there's still a lot of English walking around with, tooth growing in their nose. But you don't see it as much as you used to. I mean, when I was a kid and anybody ever came over to the States, like in the 80s, they had fucked up teeth. And I'm pretty lucky. I'm only having tooth problems now. And I've never had braces, and my teeth are straight as arrows. But the Germans don't seem to have this problem. But the English, I guess it wasn't. I don't know why they had such bad teeth. And if you had horse teeth, you were fucked. You had horse. I don't know what's worse: having horse teeth the rest of your life, or having to wear that cage they put. Because I don't know. You guys are none of you old enough to remember.
I had the cage. Yeah.
Oh God, you have a picture.
Of course.
But this, like, they had metal cages around their fucking head.
Not with me. It's not the full thing, but I'll see if I can find a picture of what I had on me.
Yeah, send it to. I want to see this. But those kids got.
I remember
those kids
got
fucked with.
Kite is about to have a field day.
Yeah, we bullied the shit out of the guy in my class with braces. Holy fuck!
Well, braces. Nobody ever got bullied that had braces. Like the little cat, like the ones my son has a retainer.
Oh, but like as soon as it's like outside your mouth, you were fucked.
Really? Yeah, some look worse.
Yeah, I also went to some pretty bad schools though. So.
Oh God, you had that? That's bad.
Yeah,
that's bad. Yeah. I didn't think they did this to kids anymore. Let's see, guys.
Here's this is the. I'm almost certain what I'm about to say is the exact one.
You had to wear that? How old were you?
Yeah. I think it started when I was 8, and then it would have ended when I was.
Oh, your teeth better be
12?
great. Well, at least before you turned 13, 14.
I still had braces after that. I just didn't have to wear the cage like that.
Yeah, did you wear the cage at night? You had to wear the cage at school because people had to wear the cage at school. I saw.
It was at school and night. It would depend on how much they tightened it, and then I was supposed to basically wear. So I've got my bottom teeth. There's like a metal rod.
Yeah.
Push behind it so that keeps them fused together.
Mm.
And the top, I'm supposed to wear a retainer at night. Do I? No.
Still?
It was supposed to be for the rest of my life, and I was like, "Fuck you." Yeah, it was supposed to be at night for the rest of your life. I'm like, "That's not what I fucking signed up for."
Fuck
you.
that shit. You can always start wearing it again, I guess. Fuck that. How bad are your teeth?
It's fine.
How bad are your teeth now?
Well, no, they're fine. They're fine. Straight. I mean, there was this little bit of a very, very minimal gap in the front teeth from moving, but it's not that bad. But I think I don't know why.
My wife has a tooth. My wife, it doesn't bother me, but my wife has a tooth that kind of it's not. It sounds worse than it is. It has a tooth that's slightly in the other tooth, but it's always been like that. You know, it's not. Yeah. It wouldn't make or break. You know, I mean, we're old farts and ugly now anyway, but it really didn't change anything for me.
I think one of the biggest things was there was a tooth that I had where there was a baby tooth, but there was no like grown-up tooth underneath. So what they did, they yanked out that baby tooth, and then they shifted my molars forward on the.
Sounds awful.
Besides, I need to feel.
Oh God!
On the left-hand side.
Oh,
and so it was like 2 teeth they shifted forward. It was back teeth anyway, so it's not like it was noticeable.
Oh, okay. It's fucking fun.
Oh, so the pain was just
what
fine.
the goal was.
It's fucking fun.
Yeah, appearance is fine. It was, but then they were hoping a wisdom tooth when I got my wisdom teeth in, that one of them would then replace that tooth the teeth that they shifted forward.
They grew it all fucked up. Like, let me guess, they grew it all.
No, it's grown quite well.
Oh, so you're gonna keep the wisdom tooth?
Yeah, I still have it. They took 3 of them out, and then
they took all 4. Why not?
Like it's still slowly growing in.
That's how I almost got addicted to opiates. Was fucking stupid ass teeth.
Many such cases.
I did. Well, you know, there's all these guys that were in the army when I did that have all sorts of fucking drug problems that didn't have drug problems the way it went in because they got hooked on pain medication. And I've told my story before. Like somebody realized it because what happened was everybody kind of figured out, well, I got pain here, I got pain here, there, and they give you some pills, and it's like, well, the army's giving it to me, so good. These guys got fucking hooked, bro.
Well, it's what they do. Like they'll give you water or they'll give you pain meds. That's always the solution.
Let me tell you how hardcore this drug I was on. I was a hydrochloroquine or something. It's called something like that.
Oh yeah, good shit.
And
man.
It was just a pill, right? And what happened was they gave me like a bottle of them for each wisdom. They put the top 2 and they took the bottom 2, 2 different kinds. So I got 2 different pills. Here's the best part. I'm not a pain medication guy. Still aren't today, right? So I just let the 2 fucking bottles fucking just sit there, right? I got in trouble in AIT, and I wasn't allowed to leave post when everybody else was allowed to leave post. So out of boredom, I popped one of them one time, and it was nice. And then I waited every weekend to get fucked up, right? And I didn't realize it. And to me, I was just justifying. It's like, well, they gave me pain. Who cares if I just get a little high? I wake up the next day, I run, what have you. I know some other guys doing it too. So that was it. So when I ran out, I just said, I'm having pain in my back of my mouth, from the road. And they just gave it to me. And then I just kept doing it. And then somebody realized it. And I've said this before. I've told this story before. If I were ever to run into this woman, I would get on my hands and my knees, wash her feet, kiss her feet, do whatever the fuck she wanted to do because she saved my life. She realized what was going on. And instead of turning me in for pestering her about getting these fucking drugs, she came out with the fucking bottle of aspirin and gave them to me. Do you know the thought that went through my mind when she gave me that aspirin? Was to choke her. And it was like everybody's, I'd like to choke that person. No, this actually passed through my fucking mind. I was so angry because I was addicted to opiates. Hard fucking core, no idea. Now, thankfully, the heebie-jeebies kind of went away in a day or two. And by the end of the week, I realized, oh, fuck. When I got out, there was a bunch of, remember I was telling you those guys, they figured out a kind of way to scam the two? They started having health problems. And they weren't to live, like I went to airborne school and they fucking stayed behind. That woman saved my fucking life. And she would have saved those guys' life too if they didn't realize they were hitting her up for fucking. She realized it. And a lot of those guys. And, you know, we had Scares come in and tell his story. When his drugs ran out, he went to the street for them. I don't know if I would have done that. But I totally think a lot of these hardcore addictions start with innocently by going to the dentist, going to the doctor for minor pain medication, and they're a lot more powerful. I got a buddy that did, you know, he was involved in a murder over drugs. He didn't kill anybody, but I mean, he was involved in the murder. He ended up doing like 8 years. The only reason he did 8 is he snitched. You know, and it was over fucking painkiller medication. It was Oxycontin. You know, that used to be the big one in the 2000s. This shit is serious, bro. Serious. I'm not a druggie or drug person. I've never been. Smoked a little weed in high school. Tried it again last summer, and I didn't like it. You know, I like booze. Makes you fat. I'm always drunk. I do these things drunk all the time.
I'm hardly ever drunk anymore, man.
Yeah. I know in the 90s, at least through Oxycontin, yeah, a lot of people, man, ruined so many people's lives. A lot of guys in the military. I have a buddy I know was on pain medication. I don't want to say he died driving to my other Army buddy's house in the fucking car in the middle of driving. His heart just stopped. And I only found out about this like it was during COVID, and he had been dead a couple of years at that point because I hadn't heard from him in years. And then, you know, he's one of those guys like, don't delete your Facebook. Nobody will find out if you're dead. And he's one of these guys that, yeah, I know he had some health issues, but nothing. But I do wonder, like, did he get hooked? Did something happen? I don't fucking know. I have medical marijuana because I can't have opiates. He has better. Aspirin, muscle relaxer, anything weed, oxy, fent, morphine. I picked weed, less harmful. Yeah. You know what weed does do to you though? It makes you fucking lazy and worthless. And that's
you actually don't need to interact with real people ever.
Sprinkle a little fen on your opiates.
For STS donated $5.
At least it doesn't kill you though.
Just sprinkle a little fen in your opioids for a kick.
Opiates. Thank you, Helga. All right. I had fun. Let's go in there. I love the bullshit. I'm still like wide awake, so let's get the fuck out of here. Peace, peace, peace. See y'all in there. Bye.